And chat. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, and welcome to the stream, Ruby Blake. How's it going? Ooh, Evo-related question. Okay, hit me. Doing alright. Looking forward to some Final Fantasy XIV today. Is Tekken the most or least realistic fighting game? Somewhere in the middle, I think. Because the way you toss people around is pretty comical. Mostly punches? Tell that to, is it Lee? Yeah, it's Lee. Alright, let's get our daily cacked pot. No, laser demons don't exist IRL. Alright, which minion of light do I have? Let's get the correct one. That is not the correct one. There we go. There's my little black mage. Alright, 720. Five and 6 plus 4 is 15, gets me 180. Let's go for the 4 and the 3. 72. Oh well. Alright, 1 second. Join the voice call. Tagging you, Kaja Knight, in the co-op crew. Joining the voice call. How's it going, guys?
Howdy.
Hey, can't complain. Just finish eating chippies.
Alright, I need to go retrieve my chocobo.
I wasn't expecting you to pop into the voice call so early in the stream. Howdy, hello.
Hello.
Oh, hey, James. You're very quiet, though.
Might have to adjust my mic.
Sonic Fox continues to win everything. I saw him in Multiverses. What else is he in?
He won a big Skullgirls tournament at Evo as well recently. Which isn't surprising. He's been very good at Skullgirls for a long time. Yeah.
I was watching Maximilian Dude last night as he was jumping between Evo streams, and he said that Sonic Fox, that they were among the greatest fighting game players of all time, which, honestly, from what I've gathered, is
hard to dispute.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Sonic Fox is very good at video games. That is their whole thing. It's great.
Also, kind of cute.
I mean, yes, obviously.
Oh, definitely.
That made
Hey,
me
Laura,
like
look on the
know them.
Look on the roof of the house.
Nice.
Okay, try it now. If that doesn't work, you might have to adjust me in Discord.
There we go.
You sound great.
Okay.
Yeah, just Minda casually showing off the gigantic cock.
You say their name in the same sentence as Daigo. Yeah, Daigo, Justin Wong, and a few others. Max was actually making the argument that Justin Wong is the greatest fighting game player of all time because of the wide variety of games that he's mastered and competes at the highest of levels in.
Yeah?
I think the same pretty much applies to Sonic Fox as well, though.
I don't think Sonic Fox has the breadth that Justin Wong has yet.
Give him time.
Oh, definitely.
I'd-
Emerald F, voyage complete. Hymeno Kairos, voyage complete in 22 minutes. Cool.
I named it after a frog species.
Good. 23 dark chestnut branches.
Honestly, I watched one of the old Simpsons clips the other day. And, it's the one where they're in Australia and there's the bullfrogs. Like, what's this? That's we called it a bullfrog. That's a dumb name. I would have called it a Chazwazzer. I was going to suggest that as the last vehicle.
Let me take a look at the shape this ship is in. Okay, ship's in good shape.
What do you say? It's ship shape? I'll see myself out.
Ow, excuse me. What's up, Melena?
I'm back.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've added you as a friend, James. We should do that real quick.
Yes. Do you want me to just post my character name?
One sec.
In the chat.
Yeah, sure. And what server are you on?
Currently visiting your server. So.
One moment. I can do this. I can get this done simply enough. Law, I'm sending you a party invite.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh, there he is. All right. And friend request sent. Ooh, 2 voyages complete. 41 tier 3 piety materia.
Those are actually pretty good because people use those for relic weapons.
Oh, cool.
So people just burn through a bunch of those to build their relic weapons.
They might sell well on the market for it.
Alright, let me buy some cerulean tanks.
Yeah, ironically, level 1s and 2s tend to be more expensive than the higher ups because of the relic weapons.
Yeah, 1, 2s, and 3s.
Really?
You
What's
need the
the
1, 2s,
restriction?
and 3s for relic weapons. And then, like, 4 through 7 are virtually worthless. And then 8 and 9, and then like 8, 9, and 10 are the ones that people actually use for end game, and so those are valuable again.
4 through 7 can be useful to have on hand for when you're near the meld cap for a stat.
They're also used for the Shadowbringer ultimates, I believe. At least the 7s.
Oh.
I don't think so. Shadowbringer, I don't remember a materia grind for the Shadowbringer relic.
No, not the relic, the ultimate fights.
Oh, the ultimate fights, okay. That makes sense.
Oh, does gear sink down worse than on level gear that's materia melted is?
If you sink anything, your materia is ignored.
I see.
Ah.
For some reason, I just assumed that when gear was synced down, it just had the stats at their meld cap.
So Ultima Raiders like get actual Shadowbringer and gear armor, and equip it appropriately. I see.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, of course, my assumption is completely just based off of, oh, I think that's how I do it, so, you know.
Like, not all of them do it, but but it does tend to have better results, I believe.
Right.
Alright, that's all the... well, we'll have another submersible to deploy in like 15 minutes, but that's all the voyages complete that needed to be redeployed. Yep, 16 minutes.
You know, I once saw I've seen a picture of a party finder where it was like, if your gear's unmelded, then automatic kick, and then the one right underneath it was, lol, requiring melds for a duty that always sinks.
Yeah. Alright, let's see my retainers. When it loads.
Party finder can always be interesting to look through. Like right now we have no duty. Doc Alrad does absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah, people use Party Finder to just be goofy sometimes.
Somebody is requesting ERP.
Oh yeah, people do that occasionally
Oh,
that way
lovely.
too.
Lovely. Oh, 1 second. Forgot to notify Alana that I was going live. Alright, so the retainer bell is this way. This will be the first time I've received the retainers back from their quest.
There was also a retainer bell in the company workshop,
Oh,
as well as in the main room of our house.
whoops.
And-
But yeah, you just walk past like 3 of them, and they're also like scattered everywhere in
housing
the housing district.
Yeah, it's just around the corner.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It's great.
So yeah, you just walk past like 4 of them to get to this one.
Bless your cotton
It's-
socks.
It's the one he's familiar with.
Yeah.
Adventure report. 6 Olivan bronze pieces and 3 ram horns.
There you go.
Okay, so retainer to undertake a wide variety of ventures. Equipping additional gear to your retainer will increase both the quantity and quality of damage procured. Alright, now it's a thaumaturge level 6, cool. Sell items in my inventory on the market. So I got to do something with those piety materia, right?
Yeah, you could sell them if you'd like.
If you have a retainer in your employ, you can have her place items up for sale in the markets. 5% tax is charged to every sale. To put an item up for sale, you must first entrust it to your retainer. Next, select the item from her inventory and decide upon a selling price. The number listed in the list represents the buying price offered by NPCs. Oh, I sell it to... This is... The retainer sells it to NPCs?
So
I thought I was supposed to...
No.
okay, so there are two ways you can sell stuff through your retainer. If you right-click something, you'll see both, sell items on the market board and just, have retainer sell items. Have retainer sell items just tosses it into the void and gives you gil. Selling
It's the same
on
as
the
if
market board.
selling to a vendor.
Yes. Selling to the market board
Ah.
puts it up for purchase from other players.
Gotcha. Well, I'll sell items in your inventory on the market. Okay. All right. What's the asking price for 41 piety material?
You can compare if you
Oh, there's a compare prices
Yeah.
button. Okay.
Alright, I opened my mouth and then my brain turned off.
Excuse me. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing prices of 150, 299, 750 as the... I'm assuming those are the reasonable prices.
Those are just the prices that people have put up. So what you want to do is, the lowest price there is 150. You want to put yours up for 149.
If you're a single-digit undercutter.
Which I am.
Yeah.
Well, I think waiting... I think waiting a little bit for a sale after the 3 piety materia that guy's offering sells would be worth...
Alternatively, what you could do is you can go on the market board, buy those 3 materia for 150, and then repost them for 250.
If you want to... Well, actually, I think that's a perfectly fine practice because the person that's putting them up for 150 is getting gil. So,
They're getting what they asked for.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
This
reasonable,
is the real
honestly.
PvP lore.
Like, I would rather someone purchase my item and then put it back up at a way higher price because that's the second most expensive than someone undercut me by 1 gil.
My brother used
Well,
to do
yeah.
that.
I'm too
all the
lazy
time.
to do that most of the time, so there you go.
But the most common practice among market board people is definitely undercut by 1 gil, and some people will get upset if they see people reducing price by more than 1 gil because they're like, "You're crashing the price," but it's like, my guy.
Yeah.
I do get annoyed when something's selling for 4,000, somebody comes along and starts selling it for 500, and then everybody else joins in at that price and does. Oh no, I can't earn the money I was after now.
Dan,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but sometimes when I see people putting stuff up for absolutely unreasonable prices, I'm like, I'm going to severely undercut them and put it up for a price I think is reasonable because I don't like the thought of being of people being exploited.
Okay, question. I do not have the option to buy this stuff from the search results menu. Where do I go?
You have to go
for
to the
market
actual
board?
physical market board.
Big old physical market board
Yeah, what's-
nearby.
What's the icon for that on the map?
It basically looks like a billboard with loads of stickers on it.
It also just looks like a
Ah,
billboard.
there it is.
It's pretty easy to find.
Yes, okay. Mighty Materia 3.
Well, that Lawrence here
Okay,
asking, so is this the reasonable price? It's like, there is no reasonable here. This is capitalism, baby. The price is the price.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the difference is hardware can actually earn you money in this.
Okay, so I bought that piety materia. Do I have to use my retainer to sell on the market board?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go back to the retainer then.
Retainers are also kind of cool because to a degree they kind of anonymize what player is selling stuff. That way people can't really harass others over market board stuff as easily.
It is a little annoying that you have to like buy and sell stuff on the market board at 2 different locations, but whatever. It's the system they made. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay, I got honey from that field exploration. All right. Okay, so I'll have you sell items in the inventory on the market.
I'm very slowly making my way over to you. It's just there have been lines I can poke.
250. Confirm. So, do I have to check the market board or my retainer to get that, or will it just be in my inventory once it sells?
You'll have to go to your retainer. It'll be in there. It'll be in their guild inventory.
Gotcha.
Some people put a lot of their gil into their retainers so that they'll be responsible and not spend it immediately, but that's really just people who are very concerned about controlling their impulses.
Or people that have way too much gil that they can't carry at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, the limit that you can have on your person is 1 shy of $1 billion.
Yep.
And trust me, there are people that are wild enough to have that much gil.
All right. Well, I've used all my venture currency. Where do I get more?
Right at this point in the story, you really can't. You can buy them with company seals, which you don't have because you haven't been grinding those, or you can get them from daily quests, which you haven't unlocked yet because you're not that far in the MSQ yet.
And the further you are in the game, the much easier it becomes to get company seals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I keep capping them and like, oops.
Yeah.
How many can you hold?
Depends on your rank.
I think at max rank it's 90,000.
Correct.
Yeah. Which annoys me so much that it's 90,000, not 100,000.
Actually, since like in the game's code there are higher ranks, not necessarily in capacity, but in like design and name.
Yeah.
The Grand Company system is kind of a vestigial tale, so to speak, of the 2.0. Because they wanted people to be really invested in it, but they found that our PvP modes that align you with your Grand Company against the players of the other Grand Companies. Turns out that makes queuing people up for PvP really annoying. So just it's become less and less relevant.
Yeah, at the moment the highest you can get is captain. But there is in the UI 3 ranks of commander, 4 ranks of marshal, and then champion at the top.
Gotcha.
A couple of characters will actually, if you're aligned with the same Grand Company, will actually refer to you about your rank.
Oh yeah, that's actually kind of a good incentive for you to play with that a little bit, because now whenever you talk to Raubon, he's going to be calling you Private Loreweaver. So you might want to just like get that rank up there so Raubon respects you.
Notice me, senpai.
Alright, the voyage is completed in 5 minutes, so we're gonna hang out here, probably do a crafting class.
Alright.
Winrow's here again. Up the line.
What do I have that I can just do here? See what I can do with Carpenter. And it's N to bring up the crafting menu, right? Okay.
You've got your skills down below. On your
Oh,
hotbar,
right,
yes.
right. Thank you.
Yep.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. See, at this point, a lot of this for me has become kind of like assumed second nature, but yeah, everyone's got to get used to this kind of thing.
Yeah, I've yet to touch the crafting in this game.
I like it more than crafting in other games because it feels like other MMOs crafting is often just like press the button and it crafts thing. In this, it's like, ooh, I have to use my skills and abilities until I'm powerful
Yeah, a
enough
little
to
mini
single
game.
button craft.
Yep. I'm definitely excited to mess with it at some point, but I barely dabble in this game at the moment. I just don't have the time.
Very nearly leveled up every single combat job, so I'm pretty much going to have to start crafting by default.
Some maple clogs I can vendor.
I've come to realize that I've kind of like done the jobs backwards from the way people normally do them when they're like different sorts of players. So, because like I had my crafters and gatherers leveled like as like before I did any combat jobs aside from my main, and then I had blue mage cap before I did any combat jobs aside from my main. And now that I'm leveling everything, it's like I'm seeing a bunch of people that have it the other way around, where they just did all of the combat jobs and then the crafters and then blue mage.
Yeah.
I don't have an interest in probably maxing every job, but I'd like to have a couple.
I already did it.
Honestly, the only reason.
Yep, Danny's done it on his base character, and now he's doing it again on this character here on Exodus.
Wait, what?
No. Imagine.
I actually do have like a guild who does that. They just like they don't do endgame combat at all. They just level alts, level every single job on that alt, and then they make another alt. It's a little insane.
It's a lot of free time
would
and
take
dedication.
quite a while.
Yeah,
I suppose if it brings them joy, all the more power to them.
yeah.
I can't really make fun because I've spent literally like 250 days playing Path of Exile across all the characters I own, but that's pretty nuts.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
and that's not. I mean, that's a lot, but you also used to play Disgaea and get your characters into like the 10,000s levels.
Oh yeah, no, I've got like 2,000, 3,000 hours in Disgaea too. Gatherer's Grasp Materia 2. GP plus 2. 20 of them. There's 13 bamboo weaves and 56 red moko grass.
Yeah, bamboo weave is used to unlock like free company crafting recipes for like the workshop, and red moko grass is used for various materials that's sometimes used.
I just made a friend.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got that macro where I use it on Hrothgar, and I poke them, and it says poke the line in chat. Well, there's a Hrothgar that I've basically bumped into every week that we've done this. We've just we started recognizing each other, and I've just had a nice conversation.
Oh, which
Evidently,
Nice.
Saturday is their free day too.
Yeah. He's a
which Hrothgar?
Winra.
Oh yeah, I've seen Winroar around. I think I have them on my friends list.
Well, they're on mine now. They're going to be starting Savage Raiding soon. They're nervous but excited, and they were planning on doing it as a summoner, but then everybody else in the stats is just like, we need a dragoon, and now he's a dragoon, and he is terrified. But
The animation lock.
I wished him the best of luck from across the pond.
One thing I've noticed about Hrothgar is that like they're the least common player race, and so you don't see them often. But every time you do see them, they're like travel in herds. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Have you
Birds
noticed
of
that too?
prey,
Like you never see one Hrothgar, you see like 4 of them.
Yeah.
interesting.
It's because they're gay furries.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The game
Especially
is
the pink
travel
ones.
by nature. Yeah, if you see a Hrothgar, it's very likely that that's a gay furry. If you see a Technicolor Hrothgar, they are a gay furry. This is complimentary, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, if I were to make another character, Hrothgar would be my next choice.
Thought about changing my race to Hrothgar after I bought the expansions.
I'm sticking with Viera.
I
Oh,
also
I flip-flop
thought
between
more about
Rogadin and
making a,
Hrothgar.
alt.
I've got a kitty boy, I've got a little guy, and I've got a bunny boy. So why not have a Barakat?
I'm waiting to see what the female Hrothgar look like.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah, that'll be
they're
interesting.
just as big, if
They
big,
gotta
if
be beefy.
bigger than the man.
Give us the
They
beef.
gotta be beefy. They've gotta. Like, they did good with the male Vieira by making them very androgynous and, you know, shorter than the lady Vieira. Now please make the lady cats as big as
Yeah. Make
Big
them
name
what we
tag.
wanted the female Rose to be.
Give me muscle girls.
Well, if they're anything like they were in 10, they very much should be.
like I'd settle for a little bit less broad than the men, as long as they're at least broad.
All right. Report to Buscaron. Ah, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder as well. Thank the gods for that. I don't really know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Frixio didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go, tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us peace with the Sylphs before aught else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word to our friends of Charlayan and the Twin Adder both. You've done Gridania a great service this day, lass, and you've earned yourself a place of honor here at the Druthers in doing so. Be sure and come by whenever you feel like a drop of Kikir and firewater. Alright, one sec, guys. Yeah, it would be nice if the Viera had a muscle slider. Not that you'd be able to see it unless you were naked and ERPing, but still.
I just turn the corner and there's just a Vieira woman with a body like Broly.
The ERPing isn't a necessary part of seeing muscles, but it certainly helps.
Buscaron is my quest, not going to... oh, he wants something delivered to the Sylphs. Like most things in 1.0, the marketplace was not great. There was a dedicated zone for retainers.
And they spawned in at random.
Oh gosh.
You had to find a retainer to buy stuff from?
Yes!
That's so stupid!
Yeah.
There's more Tales from 1.0, I missed it.
That's so dumb!
So good, so funny.
I zoned out. Was this a Tales from 1.0 thing?
Yeah. It's about retainers in 1.0, about how you used to go to basically the bazaar and retainers spawned in at random.
Oh my fuck.
And you had to see what everyone had manually.
Certainly. definitely some.
How did they think that was a good idea? Did they think that would be immersion?
I think they
Probably.
thought it would be immersion.
That sounds like a nightmare. Man, that makes the Path of Exile trade system look stellar.
Every
think
time,
it-
Say, Fred.
every time you hear about 1.0, it makes you appreciate 2.0 even more.
Yeah.
But until you hear about 1.0 crafting.
Oh, God. Well, tell me about that in a minute after I finish this dialogue.
Yeah.
Say, friend, there's something I'd like to ask you to see delivered to the sylphs of Little Solace, this Azema rose oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's elder, and a token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep the wood safe.
Yeah.
But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the Twelveswood with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hope that both Gridanian and sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. Alright, off to the ferry, I guess. Alright, so what was 1.0 crafting?
Okay, so there wasn't a proper crafting menu. You had to place the ingredients into a little window and kind of figure out what made what. And then you could use your skills and abilities to try to craft something.
Sanctorum is saying you had to use like 8 or 12 types of materials.
That also.
It's insane.
Yeah, there's this whole YouTube playlist of just thing after thing about 1.0 that I'll have to show you sometime because God.
That, it sounds... Everything I learned about 1.0 makes me wonder how the fuck it even succeeded long enough to get
It
2.0.
didn't, that's why we got
I mean, it
2.0.
didn't is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, like, if it had been more successful, it just would have limped along for, like, another couple of years until it got canned.
Forget how long it was even after release before they fired the whole team and just brought a new one in, but it was like not very long.
Yeah, like, it was such a spectacular failure that Yoshi P got permission to say, look, we gotta just, like, start over from the ground up.
Like, it's already on fire, we might as well burn it to the ground.
Alright, Nalexia. A gift from Walking One Buscaron? A gift for these ones? Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One Buscaron and Adventuring One are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many Walking Ones are scary. Many Walking Ones utter many lies and much deception. But this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. I guess I'll take that for my Dragoon. Alright, Kumuxio. I don't know that the entire dev team needed to go. Like, there's some stuff that was just executing what they were told to do, but a whole firing and rehiring cycle does sound like what the game needed.
Yeah.
Well,
Lena Rock and even
proof
Star.
in the pudding.
Sanctorum says, I don't know if they realistically expected Yoshi P to save it, or whether they just needed to give it to someone. He might have just been their scapegoat dev to give the failing product to, who unexpectedly succeeded. What do you guys think?
The world may never know.
Well, they did give it. He did have experience on Dragon Quest X, which was another MMO. So he already had one successful MMO under his belt.
Fair
And
enough.
then he made the world's most successful MMO. Go figure.
Did Final Fantasy XIV ever top WoW's peak player concurrent numbers?
Recently.
I
yes.
think it has recently, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I think it might have happened once before
I guess they found more servers.
during content lull in WoW.
Yeah, well, like, it when...
No, I mean WoW's peak.
Oh.
The peak of WoW.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. I think the answer is still yes.
Wow.
There are a lot of World of Warcraft. They like to call themselves refugees.
Yeah.
In
Exiles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, after... Like, because, like, after Shadowland came out, the most recent WoW expansion, the most recent World of Warcraft expansion sucked. And it was the second bad
Yeah, I heard it
expansion
was
World of
pretty
Warcraft
bad.
had in a row, which had never happened before in that game's history. And so there was like this huge influx of the WoW refugees, as they called themselves, coming over to FF14. And that rush of new players, like we don't have any hard numbers, but like it's like where it's like hard to find hard numbers because it's all like obscured by like PR bullshit. But like we're pretty sure that like FF14 has at this point eclipsed WoW's peak.
Yeah,
Damn.
the
You'd think they'd tout that.
the growth the growth that we got between the final patch of Shadowbringers and the launch and the launch window of Endwalker, it was about 300% more than they'd anticipated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence why there was not enough room in the game for all the players that joined.
Well, and
I'd
and
like you
your
to
point, Laura-
unhear about the...
Well, to your point, Laura, about why they don't tap that, it's like Yoshi P actually does respect WoW. But,
Yeah,
like,
he loves World of Warcraft.
You know, and so like I don't think he's not the type to say, haha, we beat WoW. You know, we have finally beaten World of Warcraft. You know, the king has fallen. You know, the fans do that, but like the official PR does not do that.
Fair
It's
enough,
also
that's
not
classy.
really something that most Eastern devs do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Well,
like,
his
we made a
roommate
million
quit
sales.
WoW and
Thank
went to
you so
Fallout
much. Here's a special
76.
video.
It also doesn't help that during that period, because 14 was starting to pick up popularity, there are a lot of World of Warcraft streamers that decided they were going to play Final Fantasy XIV to make fun of it and show that it's a bad game, and then they just enjoyed it so much that they stayed.
Yeah, Asmongold pulled like 6 digits at one point, I think.
Yeah. Well, he always pulls 6 digits no matter what he does at this point because he's a freaking streaming monster.
Fair.
Sorry for distracting you too much from the game.
No, I like hearing about it. All right, Kabuxio. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. You didn't fetch him, you just looked up and he appeared. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are, Lore. We have just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring-do. Well done. Ah, the walking ones who aided Neuroxia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? Fleeing the Rama zealots, I'll bet. This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial Ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Totorak. Would that this one had not. In Totorak, a sinister one, robed in black, tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. Well, don't worry, we killed the shit out of it. A sinister one, robed in black? Why do I have the feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Elder Frixio, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seedseer. I thought I had that. Oh, I do have that. He's just prompting me to hand it over. This one sees. So walking ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes. Your people summoned the Lord of Leven but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one well knows and respects Horned One Kane Senna. Be assured, like Walking Ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. That's a hell of a beard, Ramu. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how. So this one fled to little solace with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, walking ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. It kind of sounds like they're a danger to you guys, though, if they want to convert you. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the Sylphs, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers, but what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. It kind of sounds like we need to deal with the tempered ones. Elder Phrixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Kane Senna. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. Can we? The touched selves are trying to convert the untouched selves. That's very dangerous. We should probably protect them.
Well, they were trying to convert
the
the untouched sylphs. Now that the untouched sylphs aren't in their homeland, they stopped giving a shit because they only care about what's in their homeland now.
Ah, fair enough. That Sylph Elder's very reasonable, I must say. You can learn a lot from him. Was that a jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Waking Sands and tell Minfilia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this. And while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver Phrixio's missive to the Adder's Nest.
These two are a delight.
Elder Phrixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together, let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Please wait, Walking One lore. This one has yet to give Walking One a token of this one's appreciation. Oh, a crystal. Interesting. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon Walking One as a symbol of these ones' trust. That sounds very dangerous. When we fought Ifrit, we got Ifrit's crystal and deactivated it, right?
All the crystals are active, quote unquote. You would know if it was inactive.
Ah, gotcha. Two of 6. 3 of 6, right. This one was not mistaken about Walking One. Walking One is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within Walking One enveloped the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking One to watch Touched Ones. So long as Touched Ones are not troubled, Touched Ones will not make trouble. If Walking One witnesses Touched Ones making no trouble, mayhap Walking One can testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. As soon as they spot me, they're going to try to convert me. They sound like trouble. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for Touched Ones. Alright. Stand lookout east of Little Solace. Alright. When did that battle commence?
What just happened?
Did you just...
That's a countdown. They're useful. They're useful for starting difficult fights and starting streamers.
Huh. Yeah, Ida is wearing straight up underwear
It's all about that flexibility.
as her outside clothes. Oh my god, come on. Ah, excuse me. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. Oh, that one's coming my way. Or Frixio's missive to Forsai Hello. Alright, so that's in Gridania. This player is named Irma Gerd.
Nerd.
I think we've got one of those on my home server too.
I think Laura's straight up seen the NPC named Ermagerd.
Yep.
Yeah, forgot about that.
Ah, if it isn't lore. How went the meeting with the sylphs? A message from the Sylph Elder himself? If I may. So the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramu. And so long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The Elder Seedseer will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed our overtures. And in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You have done this nation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. Are you going to give me more than thanks? It was pretty rough. Oh, Tataru is in that quest preview. Okay. The Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the Elder Seedseer to no end. But owing to your efforts, she will be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the Scions of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray, pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Hello? Hello, Lore? Can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia, with amazing timing. Ida and Papalimo returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray, return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. Before we do that, I'm going to have a quick snack, so I will be back in a minute, guys.
Right, sir?
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. We had the most scintillating conversation on Earth while you were gone. Very intellectually fulfilling.
So intellectual that we did it telepathically.
By telepathically, we mean in spoiler chat.
Yep. We were whispering into our link pals. And Law, you are officially caught up to exactly where this current character is for me, so I need to keep up with the plot line over here.
Man, it's wild that the Pokemon Presents stream that I did a few days ago is now my 4th most viewed video ever, with almost 450 views.
People are excited
Though,
about Pokemon.
Technically, it's my 5th most viewed video ever, because back when I was a teenager, I had a DBZ AMV that got 30,000 views.
Hell yeah.
Back in the day, those were times.
What-
I still like
what's
your
it
Cowboy
to?
Bebop better. I
What?
still liked your Cowboy Bebop one better.
I did too. I'm so sad that I lost the file for that. I deleted the YouTube videos in a,
Bit of embarrassment.
Oh,
yeah, like 10 years ago or whatever, and now I seriously regret it because I don't have the base files anymore.
Lord,
What-
do you want to know what my most viewed video is ever?
What is it?
It's this really shitty Sonic vs Metal Sonic thing I made back in 2007
Great.
with nearly 1.4 million views.
You're shitting
Sonic
me.
fans are wild.
Here, I'll link it in the Discord.
I'll give that a watch a little later.
It's just- It's
Damn.
really bad, but it is literally 1.4 million.
Wow.
That's insane.
I know.
Good for you, man.
I'm just like, oh my god, this is terrible. I want to delete it, but the fact that it's the most successful thing I've ever made, just like, why?
Well, see, the thing that you should learn here is that things that are made earnestly and with a strength of spirit in order to share something that you find joy in, and that other people around you find joy in too, that is what truly appeals to people. You don't have to worry about the objective quality of what you create and what you share. Instead, you should worry about doing what you're passionate about and resonating with other people.
I did it.
Well said.
Yeah, but I only did it
Oh,
for
man.
college because we needed to show that we knew how to use this program.
I mean, yeah, but you also made it about Sonic and you made it an AMV, so you can't really make the excuse of, oh, I didn't have any passion or excitement for it. Yes, you did. You chose to make your college project about Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah.
We were obsessed with Sonic back then.
That's how we met.
Yep, 2003.
Jesus Christ.
It's been literally almost 20 years.
Yeah, our friendship is old enough to drink. Here, anyway.
Alright, Taparu. Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer, welcome back, Lore. Lady Minfilia awaits you within the Solar. Please enter at your leisure. Better 2003 than 2006.
Okay.
God, Sonic 06 was heartbreaking.
Sonic 06 destroyed the community. The Sonic fan base was actually really friendly and really friendly, optimistic, and kind until Sonic 06 came along and just everything fell apart.
Broke our spirits.
Have you guys seen that someone's making like an HD PC port of Sonic 06 and they're actually really invested in fixing it and like it
Yeah,
actually
POS
looks fun to play?
P06,
Like
it
rebuilt from the ground up.
yeah, it actually looks really good.
Sonic fans are insane. They'll be like, I'm going to observe footage and remake this game from the ground up. If I had a nickel for every time Sonic fans did that in the public eye at a large scale, I'd have like maybe 4 nickels, but it's strange that it's been done 4 times.
Yeah. Well, Sonic 06 is one of the highest profile failures in video game history.
Yeah.
It makes sense that people would pick that one specifically to rebuild, but it's still wild that they're doing it. They tried to repair the franchise after Sonic 06, but it was no use.
No use.
You know, that fight is actually a hell of a lot easier than people realise it. All you have to do is use your slide attack instead of jumping on top of him.
So counterintuitive to how every other Sonic boss failed.
Yeah, that's the exact opposite of how you're encouraged to play the game.
Yeah.
Don't let us keep you from the story too long. Sorry.
Yeah, I've got a cutscene. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved. I fear resolved bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim. Yet I am well satisfied that the Lord of Leven will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Thancred is sparing no effort. They are many and one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. I have been meaning to ask, but is Alice quite well? I feel as I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't, and nor have I, alas. Alice has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldesian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed? Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. God, you're short. These Balsian. It is good to see you again, Lore. Thanks, Ida. I have been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelveswood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramu from the list. So who's next? The Sahagin and Leviathan? The Lord of the Whirl has not answered his minions' call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices. For a time, at least. For a time bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Y'shtola says. Unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? Well, there's someone you don't see that often in the series. The Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long, you may depend upon it. Indeed. So then, all of the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with Gridania. Wait, I mean Garuda, who is the primal of the Ixal who live near Gridania. Yes, that's what I meant. So many malms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not long have wanted for a more practicable solution. They talking about Garland? She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? They are talking about Garland. But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs under the sage guidance of the Seed Seers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. Is there something else, Lore? Beg pardon? A man named Lahabrea, sporting a red mask and robed in black? 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Ashians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think... Ah! Tataru! Why did the sylph scare you? It's not even a tempered one. A sylph in Danalan? At long last, this one finds Walking One lore. This one is most dependable of these ones. Is sent by Elder One Frixio to help Walking Ones. This one is called Neuroxia. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Neuroxia. Alright, let's talk to people. Sup, Taliesin. Ah, Lore. Pray do not concern yourself with my welfare. My current investigation has yielded some curious results, and at present I am pondering how best to proceed.
Yeah, there's a new dialogue here in the Waking Sands. Also, as I've discovered, the Waking Sands is a really good place to play for Lore's Lava, because there's junk everywhere.
Ha.
Oh, in that
Wait a
storage
minute.
area?
I know you. Oh, it's the guy! The carriage into Gridania, right? It's me, Vermont. How in the hells did you end up here, lass? Ah, never mind. You can tell me later. I've got to ask you something first. This might sound strange, but you haven't by chance seen a fellow what looks exactly like me. I'm looking for my twin brothers, see, and I heard they might have come through here. Oh, they could be dead for all I know. At least it feels better than At least it feels like I've been chasing ghosts for an eternity now. Can I tell him? I've seen them. I've talked to them even. Vermont. Can I not reassure him? Come on. Clive? There's a normal-ass name. Greetings, Scion. I come on behalf of the students of Baldesia. You may address me as Clive. Is there some reason you are still here? Please, carry on. I am not here to see you. Oh, if only Master Garland was still with us. He was a brilliant man, full of life and purpose. Kind and generous, he taught us everything we know about engineering. Though, believe me, he could also be a very hard person to please. He would force us to completely rebuild devices if even a single flaw was discovered. I can only imagine what he'd say if he saw the tiny Bronco. People in masks cannot be trusted, but Biggs and I wear masks all the time when welding. There's a lot of people in dead, horrible masks. You're far from alone in that. In recent days, I've resumed my training. Idle hands make for idle minds, and painful memories are all too quick to resurface.
How the might of the haughty have fallen.
Oh, God. Oh, God. The noise she's making, scraping the stone floor with that. Ugh.
Oh, she deserves it after the way she treated Oda.
There are two types of Alamegans. Fools who wish to fight back but know not how, and cowards who've chosen to run from their worries. The young man over there is a striking example of the former. Me? I'm the latter, or couldn't you tell? No, that's the armor mender. Walking ones from Ul'dah, I've not seen these ones before. This one knows. Still, must walking ones make such screaming sounds when seeing this one's face? This one cannot get a wink of rest. We can't see your face. You're wearing a mask.
By the way,
Neuroxian...
the supplier has an equestrian rule if you don't have it already.
Oh, cool. Neuroxia and I both wear a mask. We're going to get along famously. I just know it. Look, Neuroxia, I realize that this makes no sense to you, but you must try to be more discreet. Years ago, a law was enacted in Ul'dah whereby... Please, just trust me and stay out of sight. Oh, beast folk are banned from Ul'dah, I take it. I'm to meet with the antecedents soon to discuss a matter of great import. Aaba thinks it's about my first official mission. I suppose it would be good if it was, yes? I mean, I'm not sure if I'm ready, but still. A masked man? I vaguely recall some Amalja ranted about something like that in the middle of a skirmish. Of course, I wasn't listening too closely on account of the fact their friends were trying to kill me. I don't mean to waste your time, friend, but that's the only thing what comes to mind. As you have doubtless witnessed in your travels, the lands of Eorzea are gasping under the pall of a suffocating darkness. I must wonder if it is this darkness that invites disaster, or simply that disaster has left such gloom in its wake. One thing is for certain, now is not the time to relax our vigilance. Alright, silent supplier. Oh, I don't have that one yet. That's everybody. Hey, Wolfmage 1011, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. I'm doing alright, Wolfmage. How about you? Yes, Tataru is as ready to express her fight as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, Lore, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet a darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Ashians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a deep sense of foreboding. Oh, more Vesper Bay Aetherite tickets. Cool. I am afraid there is no rest for the weary, Lore. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Ashian known as Laha Brea. This is an ideal moment to do so, while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present, we know less and little about the Ashians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on a potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, Lore. I'm making a Visitor's World transfer so I can play with you. I'm playing with a specific set of friends and fans. Are you a part of the Discord community? Because if so, I can add you to the free company at least.
Oh.
What's your username in there?
If you're just visiting World, you can't go into the free company, but
Oh, right, true. Alright, switch to the Hall of Flames. So, Ul'dah.
But they can still follow you around the game like the rest of us do.
True.
Funny coat.
I should probably do some Grand Company quests to up my rank.
You'll also just get seals gradually over time, honestly.
That happens pretty fast.
Yeah, fair. Ah, there you are. The Masked Man? Ah, you are come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes, as we've already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there has been a sighting of this rogue near about eastern Thanalan. A brass blade stationed at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Kikir. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travelers. Folk are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than to speak with a merchant named Hihibaru. The fellow's always starved for customers, and he's no doubt welcome your attention, whether or not you have coin or the mind to spend it. Alright, Highbridge, have I already been there? It's by Camp Drybone, alright. No, I'm going to take a chocobo there rather than spending my Aetheryte ticket.
That's fine. But yeah, right now at your level, the best way to get company seals is just do your daily leveling roulette. And then eventually, it's like you have to unlock it. Eventually you unlock the ability to sell old gear to the Grand Companies for more company seals, and then you just have seals for days.
Yeah.
But you have to like actually level up the Grand Company, your Grand Company rank, to get to that point.
Gotcha. If you see a lion boy in a werewolf costume named Wolf Mage Corwin walk up to you, that is me. Cool, I'll keep an eye out. This way. I'm subbed to the game. I finished my free trial back in June.
To be fair, you never really played with the free trial because you wanted to be a bunny girl.
Well, I had a free month that it gave me when I joined.
That's not really the free trial though. The free trial lets you play free up through the original 2.0 and also all of 3.0 and 3.x, but you don't get any features from later expansions such as the Hrothgar, Viera, jobs introduced at that point, and so forth.
Gotcha. Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer. Whatever you seek, I, Hibaro, can provide it. Probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say so sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of the many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two, eh? It's gonna give me salmon pink dye, alright.
We could be Don Hibiki.
When the Order of Nald Thal began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims. But thanks to the nigh-endless Beastman raids, folk are too afraid to come within a malm of here. I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Yeah, it's cool for you to follow me around. Just don't, like, kill stuff I'm trying to do so that I can get credit. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need a business. Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my wares. Spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant. The Masked Man? Ugh, thou take your bloody Masked Man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I've got. If you want to know about him, go and ask the other merchants. Multiloquent merchant. I'm guessing that's somebody who speaks multiple languages. I have heard tell of the masked devil. Seems he's been appearing not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Thanalan, too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he is more than a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. Please don't give me anything too potent. I want to earn my way through this game mostly on my own. But give something neat. My favorite color is blue.
Orange.
Oh, just dies. Gotcha. Cool. On the trail of a masked man? Aye, I've heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It's said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious. And that's about all I can say, little though it is. Alright, well, real helpful. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters looking about. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the Keycairn raids. None but the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. Whatever the most vibrant blue you can have is my favorite color. I'm wearing, what's the name of the dye we used on my jacket?
I think we use Dragoon Blue, which I can always provide you more of with using script, honestly.
Yeah, but the viewer wants to give me a gift of dye, and I'm not going to say no.
That's true.
Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier. It's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Keycairn raids are so constant, so organized. We're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. I finally got some honest-to-God's information on your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own 2 eyes. Where? I just talked to you 5 seconds ago. Where is he? I can chase him down right now. I was out for an evening stroll, minding my own business, when I noticed a column of smoke rising from a cliff over a Thou's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man, your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in answer, some Keycairn appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So, what do you think? That's some sound, reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth all the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say? Yeah, sure. Use the smoldering coal at the specified location. Across the bridge. Cool.
Except I mentioned Dan Vicky. Have you ever played Rival Schools or its sequel Project Justice?
No.
Because there's two characters in there that are actually connected to him. One is his sister, who her name is Ran, and she works on the school newspaper. And as a result, she attacks by using camera flashes, throwing pages to the newspaper at opponents and the like.
Nice.
And then there's Chairperson, who we don't know her real name, but in an attempt to protect the students of the school and all that, she decided to take a week's correspondence training video from Dan. So she's a joke character, and the joke is she's learned a worse version of Dan's technique.
Fights removed. Ooh.
Yep.
The thing about Dan is that he's actually a genius. That man figured out how to throw Hadokens without being taught, just from watching it happen.
Oh yeah, law-wise, one of it, the moves he came up with himself are said to be some of the strongest, most powerful moves in the entire Street Fighter universe. But he keeps trying to mimic Ryu and Ken's moves, which just leads to him using really weak versions of them.
You just advanced the quest when I wasn't ready.
Oh, sorry. I'm on the same quest.
Yeah, exactly. But it'll be fine.
Cool. Well, now we know.
Alright. I guess present the ward of the destroyer to Hihibaru? Chocobo. Just had a flash of Motherwell saying Chocobo? As she had never heard of a Chocobo before playing 7 Remake. There's a content creator I actually do recommend. She's got some good Let's Plays. Melina asks for my own information. Link Shell is basically an in-game IRC server, right? It's for multi-user chat and doesn't have any other functional role.
Effectively.
Back so soon? Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? Oh! A paperweight inscribed with a prayer to the patron deity of Alamigo, Ralger. The scroll! It bears a prayer to Ralger, the Destroyer. In case you're unfamiliar, I'm not unfamiliar with Ralger. I'm Ralger's chosen. Ralger is the guardian deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It's highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last kill that your assailant was Alamigan. It seems this masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That self-same merchant also senses danger ahead. Darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? No, I'm revving up. I'm ready to go.
It's August. I'm gonna be getting my my Encyclopedia Eorzeas this month.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. That's a physical book?
Yeah, it's two big ass law books that give all sorts of minutiae on stuff in the game.
Cool.
It's even got stuff like how the history of blacksmithing, how it developed in this world.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to that.
Alright, Hihibaru. Do you want to leave my party so you can do these quests on your own time?
No, no, I'm good. If I don't go through them anyway, I won't be able to keep up with you.
Fair enough. Well, let me just take the lead on it then.
Tell there. I didn't realize.
The Alamegan bandit you had a run-in with is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head toward Little Alamigo over in southern Thanalan. I see you, Wolf Mage Corbin. I can't talk to you just yet because I'm in dialogue, but I see you. Cool to see you show up. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is the favorite destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wasteland they live in, and for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much of a help she'll be, but it just so happens I have a daughter who has, relocated to Little Alamigo. Her name is Hihira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. I suppose this is it, then. I had hoped that you would linger here for a while, call some fiends, spend some coin, what have you. But something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is you end up, I wish you the best. Nice outfit. Is that a full werewolf helmet?
Just werewolf ears.
Neat. It's a what?
Werewolf ears.
Oh, I
He's
see.
a Hrothgar.
Well, cool. Raptor Blue. 99 Raptor Blue. Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Also, come to think of it, it's a bit rude to go up to somebody and ask if they face the helmet.
Halloween
enough.
mask.
You can't just ask someone why they're a cat, Lore.
Yeah, and if you're gonna do that, you gotta do it Crocodile Dundee style.
By the way, Law, when you level up, there is an optional dungeon we can unlock.
Oh, cool.
I'll apologize in advance if my cat jumps in my lap while my mic is active. And, ropes on it.
Not at all. How many cats do you have now? How are the kittens?
Well, the kittens are all grown up. I have 7. The last one was, had mentioned, so we hadn't had a chance to talk, but, Jen's dad passed away, about 2 months ago. So we adopted his cat.
That sucks.
She's adapting, adjusting. Jen, I mean the cat is too, but
I'm sure the cat is fine.
The cat's on loan too. They're a lot more loving than people give them credit for.
Well, I'm just saying, like, comparatively, the cat is fine.
But
Up there. I see the path.
more?
Hmm? Why, yes, he borrows my father. He said what? I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that... Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't bother you with family matters. But I am grateful to you for delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? A masked man? I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells, but one of the others here may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak with Gundobald, the leader of this settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. Nice mustache. Holy shit. Holy shit. That is a hell of a mustache. Holy crap. That's like a Robotnik mustache.
I is always so amazed that Lalafels can have facial hair.
Right.
This is most certainly not a Lalafell.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that
He's a
guy.
very, very tall Lalafell.
Okay. The stream was lagging, and so I saw you talking to the Lalafell.
Ah, I
More
got
like
you.
a Lalafell.
Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. I can grow robust facial hair, so I could definitely get a bushy mustache like that, but I'm not sure my self-respect would survive it. I am not a mustachioed man.
You could
Looking
be.
for a masked villain, you say? Talafel, ha! And why should we help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer the whim of every outsider. Nice mittens. You are not welcome here. Be gone. So he's paying me 3 Sunset Orange dye to fuck off.
Pretty much.
Just the scene pans over to you and you're just covered in paint.
Well met, adventurer. I'm Giselbert, head of security here at Little Alamigo. I heard tell that you had business with Gundobald. Knowing the bristly old bear, I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men and I can get so much as a word of thanks out of them, despite watching the place day and night. But, thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man where I can, and you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what's brought you here, it might be as I can lend a hand. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on lookout for a Malja to the south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they are like to have seen it. I had a mind to take them each a cup of sweet Thanalan tea, so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all the more willing to tell you what they know. I hope you didn't just hand me 3 cup and saucer teacups with tea already brewed.
You got one in either hand and one just balanced between your ears.
If you zoom out, you will see a bug mount following you that is me whale. Oh, damn. Oh yeah, it's the lunar whale. Cool. Alright, so the T for 3. I have played FF4. I can't remember whether I beat it, but I have played at least most of it.
There's a lot of 4 references in this game. Still need to kill another saboteur.
Who the hells are you? I'm trying to conserve energy here, so leave me alone. Oh my god, he did give me a cup of tea.
If anything, it looks like a glass, so it might be even more fragile.
Well, ain't you considerate? My thanks, friend. What's that? A masked villain? Hiding among the refugees, like as not. Me compatriots as live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. 'Tis near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. Angry River sounds like a pleasant person to talk to. You there, are you an Amalja? No? Then carry on. These guys are ornery. Ah, this sophisticated aroma. It has been forever since I had a drop of sweet thanalan. I'm going to enjoy this. What? A masked man? Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark, scaly skin, stands 10 foams tall, and has the face of a lizard, then I don't give a mummer's fart. Real helpful, alright. You're welcome for the tea.
For all we know, the masked man may have all of those. We've only ever seen him in a cloak and mask.
We've seen the bottom half of his face. Shoo! Shoo! Don't bother me. If the Amalja overrun us, I'm blaming you. For me? You shouldn't have. Sorry? A suspicious masked man? As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Well, I couldn't quite make out whether it was man or not, well, with the mask and the robe. But assuming it was a he was talking with some Alamegans. I assumed he was one of them. Huh. That's a neat mount, Milena. Dun 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 dun.
Ah, the Mount Milena's using debuted in Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, neat. I've still got to play that.
You do.
Yeah, same.
It's on the stream list, but not near the top. Though a couple of people have said they might become patrons of my Patreon to get me to stream it, so that would be cool. I've been thinking about opening up 4 more slots.
I'm glad that the
go for
patron
that.
slots have been successful for you, it seems.
Yeah, it's been beyond my wildest dreams.
I'm glad that I messaged you one day being like, hey Lore, if I paid you, would you play Final Fantasy XIV?
Yeah, seriously. Not Wolf Mage.
And the best bit is you've been thoroughly enjoying it with us, so that's great.
Yeah, it's been great to hang out with you guys. Ah, you're back. So, did my lookouts have aught to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. If you're to get any further in your investigation, seems to me you'll need the cooperation of the Alamegans. For this, you'll need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. Oh, hey, that's better headgear than I've got. Silver spectacles.
And they're actually visible to you.
Did my payment go through? You haven't been charged yet, Milena. Because you didn't get a pledge in before I did one before the month rolled over. You have not been charged for your patronage yet.
I'm glad you're playing Somnium Files, by the way, because I recently watched Haven play the sequel, so it's nice to have a little bit added context. And I get a kick out of every time you instinctively misread Darte's name as Days.
I thought I was pretty good about that.
You had a couple slip-ups.
Fair enough. So, you're determined to press on with your investigation? Then I have some advice to offer. As I said before, you won't get far without the Alamegans' trust. And the best way to win that trust is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Ul'dah, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible, a common purpose. That purpose is, of course, the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundobald belongs to the Alamegan Resistance, so your best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. We could talk to What's-Her-Face, the Lalafell. We talked to Minfilia. Alright, back to Vesper Bay, I guess.
Pray return to the waking sand.
Memes using it for a reason.
I forget, Milena, what game were you picking for me? Was it Final Fantasy VI? I don't know if we finalized that. It was FF6, so I'll be starting FF6 next month. Cool.
Nice.
I love my little black mage. He's so cute. And I love the reference. I love the way it moves and how much of a reference that is to Final Fantasy 1. I love its little 2-frame animation, idle animation. Oh, such a brilliant pet.
Forget, how do you get that one?
You buy it with achievement points.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just thinking.
Yeah, back in Gridania.
Okay. I know I had it at one point on one of my other characters when I first played.
If three of you guys had one of each of them, and I had my red mage out, we'd have a full retro party.
Ha! That would be cute. Welcome back, Lore. How fares the investigation? I see. Given all that they have suffered, it is of little wonder the Alamegan refugees have lost faith in their fellow man. They have had their homelands taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. To compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who were displaced. As a result, a great many Alamegans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Would that more that could be done to ease their hardships. I fear that nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. Well, I'm not that high level yet, but I will be eventually. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamegan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. I'll buy that for my Lancer. Not buy, I'll accept that for my Lancer. Oh, I can't wear the glasses because I'm wearing a cowl. Damn. Your Alamegan comrade is named Haribert. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort towards that endeavor, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, Haribert is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. But yeah, with Milena's pick, next month will be Final Fantasy VI, Metal Gear Solid, Zero Escape 999, and... Shoot, what was the 4th? What was JoJo's?
Was it Bizarre?
What?
I said, was it Bizarre?
Oh.
Now let's not get adventurous here.
Teddy may be dependable dad, but I'm the one with all the jokes.
No, Teddy made a pun too. Alright, Haribert. If it isn't Loreweaver, the Scion's rising star, is there aught I can do for you? Oh, we're doing Final Fantasy XIV every Saturday, period. Saint Pharaoh. I'm talking about the patron slots in addition to Final Fantasy XIV, sorry. Because there's Final Fantasy XIV, which is its own thing, and then there's 4 patron slots, which are $40 to $80 for 4 to 8 hours of stream each month. Okay, this is bothering me. Which game? Wolfmage asks what roles each of us are.
Yeah,
I have everything.
I'm tank at the moment. I don't on this character. I don't have anything but tanks. But on my my main Mac over in the European servers, as you know, I've got everything maxed out. But I do still tank in Savage fights.
I'm also everything, but I main healer.
Ah, Disco Elysium. That's the game Jojo picked.
Good game pick.
Ooh, I've heard good things about
Oh,
that
excuse me.
game.
Yeah, so have
I
I.
heard its name. It's kind
My
of an
main
awesome
class
sounding
on
name.
this character is a tank. I also have White Mage, and my base class was Monk, which I stopped at 60 when I got access to Gunbreaker.
My main class was Monk, and I reached 30, went into a dungeon with Monk, and was like, don't like this very much, and switched to White Mage.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh god, no, not hiccups, please.
But now I'm leveling everything, so...
Wolfmage says, I am a jack of all trades, master of summoner. Nice.
Ah, you're a jack of all trades, master of some.
Ah!
Oh no.
When I originally played this game years ago with a couple of friends, I was the mage of the group.
Nice.
I had summoner.
Nice.
That was back in the early ARR days where you could actually cross-class certain skills.
Paladin used to be able to have raise. I want that back.
Right.
Was that in 1.0 or 2.0?
2.0 and 3.0. They changed it to role skills instead of cross-class skills in Stormwood.
I always do
Like,
feel
if
like
you
Paladin should
actually
have a res just cause it's thematic.
But it's like if you wanted to be an effective marauder, you could splash monk to get a monk buff that you can put on yourself.
Yeah. You also
Yeah, this was a bit of 2.0 still had a bit of weirdness left over because it was, an MMO designed in 2012. And so like there were these weird cross-class skills that you had to unlock to like maximize your effectiveness.
Yeah, if you wanted to be a tank at all, even if you wanted to be a warrior or a dark knight, you had to level up paladin in order to get provoke, because it is an absolutely vital skill, and only paladin got it.
Yep.
Isn't that how you draw aggro as a tank?
Yeah.
Well, provokes. What provoke does is it.
Provoke is the taunt.
Yeah, it makes you. It makes your enmity equal to the highest in the party +1. So you immediately become the main target, but not by much. So you have to also use your other skills and the like in order to keep your aggro at that height. There's a complementary skill called Shirk, which gives half your enmity to another player. So for any instance where the tanks need to swap, it'll be provoke Shirk from one tank to the other.
Yep.
It's all for fun. I've done them before.
Aggro mechanics were a lot more complicated back then too.
And your tank stance used to reduce your DPS, so tanks used to turn it off.
That's the whole other thing.
Yeah.
All right, Haribert. You wish to win the trust of the people of Little Alamigo. That is a daunting task, my friend, even for our own countrymen. I would like nothing more than to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight with that lot. I used to be a member of the Alamigan Resistance, you see, but I left in favor of joining the Scions. Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains ever the same, the liberation of Alamigo. Yet whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they'll have nothing to do with me. Well, that's unhelpful. Now, while I may have no more friends in the Resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Albreda, and she is a resident of Quarry Mill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. I still gotta get the Say My Name shirt designed and added to the store. I really want to do that.
Guessing there's a deeper meme to that.
Oh, when I was playing Persona 5, by the end of the game, I was desperately begging the NPCs to say my fucking name, rather than just referring to me as he and him and this guy.
Okay. I feel that.
Should just have it be a calling card with the Say My Name on it.
It'll be Say My Name in Persona 5 menu font and setup, with Joker's mask leaning against a wall at the bottom.
Say my name. Oh.
Yeah,
Get a kick out of that song.
yeah, there's a song later on that has "Say My Name" as like a recurring thing in it, so that's very fun to me.
Yeah.
Titus, aka he, him, that guy.
Yeah, right, because through the entire game they never say his name.
That is the
Correct.
'Cause it wasn't until Dissidia that we got a proper pronunciation of his name, right?
one of the TV adverts for it actually did have the voiceover guy say Titus before the game was released. But other than that, it wasn't until Dissidia. Also, I have found the most feminine-looking male Vieira, and he is gorgeous.
They're all feminine. They're male Vieira.
Yes, but this guy is just taking it to the limit.
The most feminine looking.
Just over here by the Aetheryte crystal.
Huh? You want me to introduce you to the Resistance? Why the hell should I do that? Give me just one reason. Because I want to help liberate Alamigo. I'm down for kicking some Imperial ass. Horibert sent you? Oh, that worthless whore son. He abandons his comrades, his woman, and now he has the gall to ask me for a favor. Simply incredible. Are you his wife? I mean... Ugh. I realize Horibert was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man. And if he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. You see that bloke there? That's Mefrit, a captain of the Resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. Ah, there you are. Wow, okay. What the hell are you wearing on your chest? Is that your hair around your throat? Hi, I'm Mefrit, a proud man of the Alamigan Resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurer? Captain, it's Gallian, sir. His wound's gone and festered, and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. God damn it! I asked the villagers for... Oh my god, that animation. I asked the villagers for aid, got on my knees and begged, but they refused to lift a finger. If Gallian dies, his blood is on their hands. You're all wearing that weird chest thing. These quarry mill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Albreda. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventurer, go to her and try. One of Mefrid's is in bad shape, you say? I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help, truly I do. They're my countrymen, after all, but that'd mean going against the elemental's will. Oh, so you're a convert to the Gridanian religion, then? I've been at Quarry Mill long enough to know how right terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlene, the hamlet's resident hearer. If you take the matter to her, might be as she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. Hey, I'm a Gridanian hero. They'll listen to me. Hopefully. Chalky Milky? Root Beer McFizz, the excruciatingly excited. From the Tacos clan.
I was excruciatingly excited for a while on my main character. Back to Moonlifter now, though.
You wish to aid the Alamegans? You are possessed of a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant you your wish. It's one guy! Heal the one guy! This authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswood. All outsiders, be they babes at the breast or men grown, are judged of a night whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Alamegans' petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive of the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. Does that mean you can't heal them? That's awful!
Means you're not allowed to heal
you.
them. The elementals say
Fuck
no.
you!
I have
Fuck
been
you!
holding back lore. I hate the elementals so much. I
Yeah.
hate them.
Yes. Yeah. This. I'm right there with you. It's like, we're just. Yeah. It's.
At least these
Your religion sucks!
at least these days they're too weak to turn people into trees.
Yeah.
They used to do that.
A lot.
Yeah, as someone who's done all of the White Mage quests, the quests that are supposed to flatter the elementals, oh my fucking god, I hate the elementals so much!
It's like going into
Even the
ER.
trees are racist in Gridania.
They're
Bleeding
basically-
profusely.
Yeah, they're basically holding all of the people of Gridania, like, hostage, so to speak.
What,
Like,
what-
it's
what-
holding their well-being hostage. It's ludicrous.
the final thing that broke the straw's back during one of the calamities was an elemental.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like we don't like that you're using so much ether. We're going to flood the planet.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then they kicked them all out of the Twelveswood, and then when they were like, hey, can we live here again? The elementals were like, if you do everything we say.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Oh.
The way they were kicked out of the Twelveswood is they were kicked out underground. That's where Galmora came from. They were forced to live underground.
And
Wow.
Squite Elizin are just descendants of the Elizin that were like, why the fuck should we go back to the forest? The elementals kicked us out. I'm not dealing with that.
That sucks.
Fuck
Yeah,
the
Fuck them.
elementals.
Even the trees are racist in Gridania. I like that. Nice one, Frank Farrow.
That's how it's to be, then. The bloody cure might as well kill Gallian herself. Spit on the elementals and spit on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. I mean, I don't have enough white mage ranks to help you. Sorry. They were forced underground for 400 years? Damn. Hey, level 38.
Yeah, they only got allowed back out because people started praying to them. That's how Conjury started. Also, since you're 38, when you have the chance, we could go unlock the new dungeon.
Sure.
Wait a second. Alright. I know what dungeon you're talking about, Danny. Let me mentally prepare myself.
Oh, is it a bad one?
It's good. I like this dungeon. It's just definitely got a stumbling block in it.
Yeah,
But, you know.
the final boss is quite mechanic heavy, which is nice for the the point in time we are.
Oh yeah, it's a fun one. War's probably gonna
Cool.
die.
Also teaches.
I led my men.
I
Sorry,
was
go
just say,
on.
also teaches 2 blue magic spells.
Cool. I led my men to Quarry Mill, hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell's Gallian can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I've no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison-purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd be forever in your debt. Sorry, Wolf Mage, but the slots in the party are spoken for. Alright.
Yeah, finish this little
Teddy, let's
subplot first before we go doing dungeons. Because
okay.
you're like right in the middle of the thing.
Yeah. And since the dungeons unlock back in Uldar anyway, we might as well wait until we're going back to Thanalan.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. There's a 1,000,000 gil haircut? What?
Oh yeah.
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 I love how every time Lore is surprised by the price of something, everyone else just goes, yeah.
Oh, are you talking about market board Egu, or?
Yeah, like this has happened like every time Lore hears the price for anything. That mount costs 3 million gil? It's like, yeah, it's a good mount.
I mean,
I can see a mount costing 3,000,000 gil. That's a collectible. But a haircut?
Those are also
collectibles too.
collectibles. It's to unlock the haircut at any time.
Ah.
It's
Yeah.
not every time you want that haircut, you
Yeah,
have
so, yeah,
to
it's not like a one-time haircut. That would be, well,
be so
actually,
funny.
I say that would be obscene, but I can see people doing that anyway. But you know,
it is character unlock though, not account, right?
Yeah.
here,
Yeah,
yes.
character.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I went through the process of getting the friggin' 1 million MGP mount.
I'll have
Oh, yeah.
That took me a while, but
I happen to own everything from the Gold Saucer. Everything.
so kind
Do
of
you
a
have
fun
a
story.
Master Chocobo, Danny?
The first time
I'm actually
that I played a character that it was my second character, but once I got to Gold Saucer and started doing the MGP stuff, I literally stopped playing the game, and it just did the MGP stuff until it drove me nuts, and I stopped playing entirely.
I only play this character every Saturday when Law plays, and then I do a little bit extra just to because I can't be bothered to log out and change character. So I've despite the short amount I've been playing, I have 871,000 MGP, and this is after spending 200,000 of it. I'm pretty good at earning MGP.
Nice.
I've got 400k, but I've just been doing the daily cactpot and the weekly cactpot.
You
Yeah.
You really ought to at least pop
400k for just doing the cactpots is actually really good.
Yeah,
I have logged in and done the Verminion challenge a couple times, but that's it.
And each weekend you should probably do the fashion report. Even if you fail, you get 10,000 MGP.
Yep.
Oh right, I keep forgetting about
Yeah,
that.
I forget to do that. Not that I really
I-
need or have a specific desire to grind MGP anymore.
Yeah, I just checked in this week's fashion report is a bit trickier, so it's not worth trying to get the good GP out of
Yeah,
that one.
sometimes it isn't. But I got really good at the jumping puzzles.
Funnily enough, a few weeks back, the main glamour I use on my main character was just the answer. So I just walked up and immediately was like, oh, okay, I get like 60,000 MGP. Woo!
Anyway, we're being distracted again.
One sec.
That's the danger of having a call. Lore might get distracted.
You're back. Tell me you've got four horns with you. You're a godsend, adventurer. Praise Rogger. There's at least one woman in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Buscaron, would you? I sure do. Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folks in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he's like to have the tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him to have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Faramund here. Godspeed. Alright. Have I got the Chocobo Keep here? Because if so, I'm just going to use it. I can't see it on the map, so I'm just going to use my own Chocobo.
Right here.
Ah, there we go. I haven't found the Chocobo Keep here before.
I think it's nice that the Chocobo Porter music and the Chocobo Mount music are different songs.
Yeah. Good idea for a variety.
Yeah.
Even if I kind of like the Porter music more.
I do also like the Porter music more.
Got a bit more.
Yeah, I like this one.
A bit more upbeat.
I also just have Mount music turned off at this point, though. Because when you spend enough time gathering stuff and like going on and off of your mount to go to nodes, you start to get tired of ba 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 ba, and then area music, and then repeating back and forth between those two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, Lore, ever a sight for sore eyes. How fares the adventuring? Rolling in the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt. You've got something to show me? Well, these look like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down to make a medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I am no stranger to the remedy. An Alamegan friend once used it to treat my festering wound years and years ago. Safe to say, he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamegan soldier in Quarrymill. Huh, so it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor sod as he needs it. Oh, and don't worry your little head off about payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. Cool.
Keep standing around listening to you go through the dialogue, and then just as I'm about to walk off with you, I remember, oh right, I'm on the same quest.
Well, I just learned something from Party Finder.
Oh?
The epaulette shark can survive up to at least 3 hours without oxygen and use their pectoral fins to walk on land. Good for you, epaulette shark. I hope you're able to get to other water.
Nice.
Thank you, Party Finder. I learned something today.
So what is this icon? Oh, Defiance. Enmity is increased. Cool.
The tank stats.
Talking to a different topless man this time. It is well to see you returned. Have you the medicine for our brother? Gods bless you, adventurer. I'll see that Gallian receives treatment at once. It's just some hydrogen peroxide, man. Don't worry about it. Hopefully, this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him, trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend.
Oh, right, it speaks for us all.
Adventurer! Gallian has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition's like to deteriorate to where it was before. Or worse. We need you to help us find him, and quickly. Start by asking Albreda. Might be as the woman's seen something. Ah, finally. It's about time you came asking about Gallian. I watched him leave Quarrymill some time ago, and he left me this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came along. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. That is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. Just find your way safely to Little Alamigo. Blast it. Would that I'd known what he was thinking. I'd have stopped this folly myself. The love Gallian bears for his brothers is so strong he's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in his weakened state is suicide. Out in the wilds, alone? That fool! That great, big, sentimental fool! My men and I will scour the wood for Gallian. Please, help us find him before something terrible happens. I see you're already there, Danny.
I do have a very fast motorbike. I'm waiting for you.
Zoom, zoom.
Oh, level 45 enemies. Alright. What were you doing challenging these guys? Watch out! A goblin! That goblin is not doing anything. There we go. Alright. Speak to Gallian, right? There we go. Gallian! Captain? But why? You should all be on your way. They're not going to leave you behind, dude. Who do you take us for? We're all Amigans, and all Amigans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, God damn it. The oath to reclaim our homeland. We'll set foot on all Amigan soil again, together, or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing, you'll wish we didn't find you. Oh, lay off him. Oh, you made him cry. Oh. I can't thank you enough for saving Gallian. I will see you back at Quarrymill. This guy's name is one letter off from the ghost in Hollow Knight.
You know, if he's challenging enemies at level 45, maybe that's why he's so badly off.
I mean, level 45 is near the level cap of Rome Reborn, so... "45 used to be a really high level."
Gallian's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take to the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. Oh, glamour prism. Nice.
Cool, we're heading back to that. We can pick up that quest.
What? What, Danny?
I said we should be able to pick up that quest now.
Cool. Let me pick up this quest from Mefford, though. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask of me anything, and it's yours, so long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of the people of Little Alamigo? That's all? Far be it from me to question your desires, of course. Very well, I will provide you with a letter to show to Gundamall. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid me. All right.
I got far enough in this story that I unlocked flying, which means I can now show you this funny thing. So, I got my fat chocobo here, right?
Uh-huh.
And you can see that the way I get him to move is by holding the cabbage in front of him.
Uh-huh.
And if I want him to encourage him to fly...
Cute. Very cute.
It's like one of the cutest little things in the entire game.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can be on your way. I just wanted to show you that because it's adorable.
Teddy, you want in?
Sure. Party invite me.
Alright. Invite sent.
Just hit accept on that.
Right. Law, the quest is in the market area, over at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange here in Aldar.
Okay, the market area.
So I can join as well if you want a...
Will it fit 5 people?
Or will it fit 5 people? I couldn't tell if there was a 4th person in there.
Yeah, James is here as a guest episode.
Oh, excellent. You can go ahead then.
Yeah, they're...
Sorry, Minda.
Alright. There'll be other dungeons.
Shit, where's the market?
I don't get many Saturdays off.
Yeah, should be
Where?
from a bloke called Sibbald.
Oh, excuse me. Oof. There he is. Time heals all wounds, or so say those who have never experienced true pain. More than 30 summers have passed since I carried the standard of the Darklight Raiders into Cutter's Cry, but not a day goes by that I don't see the faces of the friends I lost that fateful day. Gerbald the Red and his loyal second, Albrius Stillwater, Simon the Sweet, always armed with a jab and jest, our ever ireful mage Chiron Zabran, as quick to cast as he was to temper, Thormoan Thousandgill, never has there lived a man with a tighter grip, be it on his sword or his coin, and let us not forget one Ilm Alisson. Though it's hard to fathom now, what with all the adventurers scampering about like rabbits in the spring, there was once a time when bands of mercenaries were who the city-states turned to when in need of a blade, the Darklight Raiders being the biggest and best of them bands. Isgardian-funded forays into hellish pits like the Aurum Vale would earn us a king's ransom in a matter of days, though it would only take a night of devil's play at the Mirage to see it gone from our purses.
I'll be one moment.
But so was the life of the raider. What?
And he
So
had to
be
be
right
right
back,
back,
one
that's
moment.
all.
Okay. That is, until we took that job at Cutter's Cry. My brothers and I had stood against herds of giant buffaloes on Ogomoro, snurble infestations of the pearl. Oh, God. Legions of cold-blooded Sahagin from the abyssal depths of the Indigo Deep, but none of that prepared us for the horrors we would face in Hell's brood holes. None of it prepared us for the Chimera. The bards still sing of the day 7 of the realm's finest warriors set off into the bowels of that forsaken place, but only saw one return. Sibold the Stoic, spared by the beast so that he may warn all others who would be foolish enough to attempt to despoil the Chimera's lair. Well, I'm up for some despoiling. Can't stop me. Ah, my apologies. You did not come to hear the guilt-ridden ramblings of an old man. But if you have a moment, I was wondering if I could ask of you a favor. The final wish of an ailing soul seeking peace with his past before departing on his journey through the 7 gates. In each of the 30 summers since escaping from the maws of that terrible beast, I have returned to its lair to pay the proper respects to my fallen compatriots. However, the years have finally caught up with old Sibold, and try as I might, no longer can these bones make the trek alone. If it is not too much to ask, would you travel to Cutter's Cry in my stead, and place this bouquet of flowers upon the resting place of the Darklight Raiders? Cool. Burial mound at Cutter's Cry. Okay. See where that is. Oh, it's just by Blackbrush Station. Okay.
Funny enough, Cutter's Cry got its name because it used to be a route that people that were transporting lumber would use to travel with their goods.
Neat. Oh, hey, I need to kill that. Whack him. Whack him. There we go. These are some big dudes.
Big ol' ants.
Right, Danny's not gonna like this dungeon very much. Oh wait, no, I think they don't bug him as much as like slithering things do.
Norman? With all these weird fantasy names, there's someone just called Norman?
I mean, at least he's a human, right?
Alright, Normie, what you got to say to me? This is Cutter's Cry, a labyrinth of sand-ridden caverns. And you hear that? That sounds like the wuffing snort when a fire catches. That's the Chimera. Not that I've seen it. Sure, go right on in if you're that certain of your ability to make it out in one piece. Just don't expect me to go trotting in there after you, no matter how hard you wail and holler. Ah, you promised old Sibold the Stoic, did you? He's what's called a man of principle, he is. A little too much principle, I'd say. What's wrong with wanting to live when you've a wife at home big with child? Aye, the tale goes that rather than facing the fate spun for him by Nemea, he hid beneath the mangled body of his leader and watched as his companions were torn apart one by one, all so that he might return home to see his son born. Should he have died a hero rather than lived a coward? Was being able to see his son worth having the boy grow, knowing his father was a craven, a disgrace to his friends and family? Should I ever find myself faced with a similar decision, would I have the courage to walk the righteous path? Now you know the true reason I will never step into that cave. That's really understanding of you, dude. I'm like, oh, he's a coward, but I totally get it, and I'm not sure I wouldn't do the same. That's pretty cool of him. I mean, not sure I agree, but still pretty neat. Oh, that's a big up for my equipment. Oh, let's see if I can wear it, though, if it's better than the cowl. It is! Cool. Can I see it on my body?
I'm back.
No, I cannot. Damn. Welcome back, Teddy.
Looks like I had good timing.
Little Quest to Colors Cry kind of reminds me of the side quest in FF7 Remake where you have to go, like, put flowers on this dude's wife's grave, and Cloud gives him so much shit for it. Remember that one?
Yeah. I read it as Cloud trying to get him to get up and have some fire again.
Yeah.
Rather than just being a shithead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can very much understand prioritizing a newborn son.
Yeah, seriously. Alright, before we do this dungeon, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute.
Later, have fun.
I'm going to the bathroom. How much fun can I have?
That's part of the joke. As for the bugs, they're not quite realistic enough to cause me issue.
Good.
I can kind of look around where they are rather than at them. Also accidentally caught my voice in the last stream, and God, that is disorienting.
Hearing your own voice.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
my voice when I hear it on recording, it sounds a hell of a lot higher pitched than it sounds just through my head.
Yeah, that's because a lot of what you hear of your own voice is like your
Echoing
skull
through your bones.
vibrating. Yeah. Less echoing and more just the vibration of your bones.
Yeah.
So when you hear it without that natural bass that you associate with your voice. Yeah.
If I really wanted to, I could speak from my chest during all of Lore's streams. The comfortable range that I could speak at if I ever really wanted to, I could just choose to speak from my chest for the rest of my life. This could become my new normal if I were to put effort into it.
Yes, but it's very uncomfortable doing so, and it feels really weird.
Oh, I mean, the way I'm doing it is actually perfectly comfortable.
Oh, I don't like it myself.
Yeah.
What did you
Really
get to pick up?
It's an amount of
Yeah, I don't like it
visualization,
either.
really, of where your voice is coming from, rather than like trying to specifically go as deep as possible. It's placing your voice in a comfortable place. This is about my clavicles, I'd say. If I really wanted to go deep, it would sound really, really comical. This is like from my chest. No, I'd rather speak from my clavicles if I were to actually change it.
Yeah.
But, you know, ultimately, you know, it kind of, right now I default to around my throat pretty much, so.
Yeah, of course, the thing is, if you started doing that, you'd get used to hearing the deeper version of it going through
Even bassier one.
skull, so you'd just be back at square one after a while.
Oh no, it's not about insecurity so much as it's just about, you know, if I wanted to have a deeper voice, I could project a deeper voice.
Right, James and Teddy are going to have to decide between them who's going to be healer.
Haven't played Monk in literally forever, so if I do the DPS, our DPS might be a little behind.
Well, what would you prefer to do?
Currently, I prefer to heal. If my
Alright, then I
since
can
my options are-
DPS.
I've been meaning to pick up a DPS class that I'll enjoy playing.
Other
but
DPS is magical DPS, so
Wow, you get
Yep.
really high up here.
I might pick an appropriate one. What's fun at around level, what is this, 30-ish? The mid-30s?
38.
I don't think there's a positive answer to that.
I kind of like Ninja because I believe Cutter's Cry gives you level 40, which means you'll have all 3 jutsus.
Fair.
Level 40. What if I just also went Black Mage?
I mean,
Summoner is also
Can.
fun because you get because you got your summons and stuff.
No idea you could get this high up without flying.
So, does it let you go into a dungeon without healer tank 2 DPS layout?
Yeah,
if you really
you're-
want
if you're
to, you
full party,
can.
you can go in with any formation. I discovered this once when I accidentally went into Copper Bell with 4 DPS.
How'd that go?
Really easy.
In
It's still
theory-
only Copper Bell.
Bell.
In theory, I could bring Blue Mage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with that trio of first dungeons, Copperbell, Satasha, and Tamtaro, like the rolls are really more of a suggestion.
General
Everybody can pretty much just like
guidelines.
run through willy nilly, and you'll get there.
Hey,
Give me a moment to decide what I'm doing.
Near an old mountain path, once used by 6th Astral Era woodcutters as a detour through the more perilous stretches of northern Thanalan, lies a cave sought out only by the ignorant or the foolish. Upon first glance, the shade of its maw might appear inviting to one who seeks to escape the punishing rays of the midday sun. However, any good woodcutter knows to keep his distance, for it is said that those who enter never return, the cries of the damned echoing up from the depths, the only testament to their folly. Heed this dire warning and you may live. Ignore it, and soon it shall be your screams that add to the cacophony. Just let me know when,
Decided to go on
I'll
Black
have a-
Mage so we can be twinsies.
Awesome.
Remember to toggle on minimum item level so
Hey,
that
go,
you
sure.
don't feel like we've you know. Since you like there to be a bit of a challenge, toggling on minimum item level is probably a good idea.
Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that.
item level, confirm. Alright, Cutter's Cry. Alright, let's begin. Oh, little zoos. And cactuars. The hornet swarm is lovely.
when I first played it, I was very amused that you can fight hornet swarms with a bow.
Just fire an arrow and impale 16 hornets in one shot.
Yes. Oh, shoot! Because fire infers the use of gunpowder.
I mean, isn't that how it was in Diablo 2?
I ran in there. I didn't realize I didn't have bully.
Going to the 5 to go.
Okay.
Oh, is this before Cure 2 levels?
No, I just forgot my hotkeys.
Okay.
I'm on controller, so I haven't done this for a while. Sorry. There you go.
No worries.
There we go. I do have this.
Having the Blizzard 3 Fire 3 cycle is actually pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
being
I
able to
remember
use
that.
them to switch is great.
Just wait to see how it evolves.
Why would I jump into the quicksand? That's an awful thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
that guy
must
looks
go
intimidating.
deeper.
Going deeper underground. There's panic in this town. Oh, moving away from that sand pillar. Oh yeah, I don't have to worry about moving the enemies too much because you guys are all raged.
Yep. So avoid AoEs.
Wing. Yeah. I really was actually kind of tempted to start running
Oh.
around the arena.
I didn't see that pillar there.
Get everybody together and Thunder 2.
Ah, these pillars just chasing me around. There we go.
Oh, I got a Thundercloud proc at the very end of that. Damn.
Typical.
Ray proceed through the drifting sand.
Oop. Well, the sand is stirring, so maybe they are waking sands.
I think I've gotten the hand of switching targets when a target is almost dead, so that
AoEs finish it, yeah. You don't lose your spell cast. Oh shit. That's close.
So what do the exploding sands do to us if we stand on them?
Damage.
Damage us.
I want to make sure we kill the bombs.
Oh,
Shit. Sorry.
it's
Crazy
cool.
coming.
With
Yeah,
cast. Sweet. There we go. And I'll manually sleep the basilisk.
Help! Oh shit!
I'm helping. Don't attack the basilisk. It's asleep. There you go.
You're out of range. I can't heal you.
I provoked it. It made me asleep, but it's now angry at me instead.
Good.
I don't know how that works, but it did.
Finally,
I don't know
a
how
use
it
for sleep.
untargeted you. I specifically targeted you, and then it untargeted, and I was casting Cure 2, and I'm like, why is your health not going up? Alright, recovered. Switch the bombs off.
Finally, use sleep in any practical application.
Yep.
Alright, Basilisk is awake.
Have its
Heal
attention.
medic is going out. Shit. Bomb. I realized at the moment when the bomb blew up, I was out of MP. I'm like, shit. How do I, what's my mana ability? And I
Looks
don't
like
even know if I
the,
have it. Do I even have it?
you'll have to return to the entrance and come back, because Black Mage doesn't get to res people.
Right.
Right, we can't change our classes mid-fight, can we?
No,
Not even mid-dungeon.
Yeah, it's not.
Right, not
instance
mid-fight,
content.
There's a couple of duties you can, but majority you can't.
What's the white mage ability that allows me to recover MP?
Lucid dreaming.
dreaming.
It's for any
okay.
magic class.
I
It's
found it.
pinkish purplish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's usable by any magic class except for black mage because it doesn't work when you're in ice. So
Well,
it
I mean,
doesn't work
mana-
in fire and ice
Wait,
is
what?
faster than
It's
it.
usable by
Mana
anything but
is
Black Mage.
Black Mage's whole mechanic, so it'd be silly to
yeah.
get Lucid Dreaming.
Danny.
Oh yeah, you can use it, but it's not any use because it doesn't work when you're in fire mode.
I know. But you said I couldn't use it, and I'm like, hold on. Yes, I can. It's just not useful.
Well, you can't make use of it.
I do apologize about that. That was on
I
me.
know. Worries.
Oh,
No worries, man.
I'm sure Lore is happy to have a challenge in the dungeon.
Are we gonna fight an antlion?
Basically,
No, it's a Myrmidon princess.
giant antlion, basically.
No poke to save.
Ooh, another. Oh, I love Thundercloud so much.
Oh, I got silenced. That's why I couldn't cast.
Remember my button combination to quickly retarget back to.
Oh my god, we all had a level range of Black Mage where alternating Fire 3 and Blizzard 3 is actually ideal. That's so
Add the
weird.
button in.
Oh, is that not how it's gonna be for me in a few levels?
Once you get the trait that makes it so that Fire can proc a Fire 3 free cast, yeah, it just becomes going into Fire phase and then spamming Fire until you get the Fire 3 procs, because just overall it's more damage.
Black Mage is a job that kind of changes into just different job every 10 levels.
I'm silenced. Great. There we go.
Well, that Myrmidon can become a marshal. Why can't we?
Must have promoted out of, oh, I wish I remembered Fire Emblem last name so I could make a really good joke here. Swordsman. Myrmidon Princess, you mean, Lynn from Fire Emblem?
Fuck yeah. That's amazing.
I can't wait for the
Lot
next
of
Fire
ads.
Emblem game.
Yeah, these are a lot of ads.
I'm on the
What
way.
is this? Mobile YouTube?
Har har.
It's really interesting doing dungeons minimum item level.
Right? You actually have to do the mechanics. I'm actually appreciating this a lot because
Yeah. They get better about it in later expansions, but yeah, Rome Reborn stuff, minimum item level is like a whole nother experience.
fun.
Oh, I'm taking that. Oh wait, I don't need the earring. Never mind, I've accidentally got the earring.
Well, I couldn't roll need on it, so.
Yeah, I forgot I've got the Menfin's earring, which scales to my level. This room's pretty.
Cactuar time. Time to get hit with 1,000 needles over and over.
So glad blue mages get 1,000 needles and it's not actually that useful.
Hey,
You're at a low level, but once you get past that,
oh, shnikey. That's a lot of damage.
yeah, the only Final Fantasy game I can think of that you can get blue magic's 1,000 needles at a point where it's still useful is probably Final Fantasy XIV.
There's a few like exceptions where there's like enemies with ludicrously high defense where the fixed damage of 1,000 needles is really useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, and this is one of those cases because there is like a Cactuar that's like level, 15 or something. So like I've seen blue mage guides that talk about this. Like you can get 1,000 needles ludicrously early, and then all of a sudden you like have a move that one-shots everything up until you're about level 35.
True.
Are we thinking about Cactuar Jack, the fate from Western
Probably.
Land?
Saboteur Desertor.
I guess that's why he was separate from the rest of the mob.
Ah.
Desert tour.
Desert or
that-
what?
Speaking of Blue Mage stuff, it actually amuses me quite a bit that in Dissidia, Bartz's Goblin Punch is his best move.
Yeah.
The Goblin Punch was fairly good in 4 as well, or not 4, 5 as well, if I recall.
Yeah, it was really nice at the start of 4. No, it's 5. Yeah, relax. I mean, it's so good in Dissidia because by the time you're doing multiplayer, you're going to be using the same level as each other anyway. So and Goblin Punch in 5, like Dissidia, gets a multiplier for being the same level.
Also, I might have been wrong earlier when I said flip-flopping between Blizzard 3 and Fire 3 is the best right now, because the descriptions for spells don't factor in the boost from being an Astral Fire to your fire damage, so it's possible it still might be best to swap into Fire Phase with Fire 3 and then just do Fire 1 until it's out.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
So here's a question. Can an enemy have multiple players' thunder spells affecting them at
Yes.
once? Or does it just refresh?
They do
Okay,
right
so
now. If you look underneath their name.
On the part of your HUD where it shows like their health bar and like their status effect that they're currently suffering.
Yeah. When you and Teddy both use it, it's got it both under.
Yeah, that gets really funny when you're doing alliance raids with 24 players, and the boss will just have, like, multiple rows of debuffs from all of the bards and black mages and monks putting debuffs on them.
There used to be a
Yeah.
limit on how many debuffs a boss could have at once.
It was
That sounds like a nightmare to manage. Ooh, a sand
It was
worm.
really funny in December when you'd join an alliance raid, and you'd have 15 Reapers. So every boss just had 15 versions of death design applied to them at the same time.
I will say, watch out for the status effect that this boss gives later on, James. You want to have Esuna ready later on, because the status it gives is a brutal dot.
Yeah, it only targets one person, right?
I believe so. Yep, there we go, there it is.
I just put it on me. I got it.
And I imagine with minimum item level, it's even worse.
Yeah, it didn't tickle. I took 2 ticks of it.
They actually nerfed this boss for some reason. It used to be that
Probably because he's been bought. Wow.
it used to be that every second time he dug, he would do like a quicksand effect where you had to be on the outside of the arena to not get sucked into the damaging center.
Oh. Yeah. I got you.
Okay. I also put up my own little funny
I saw
shield.
I saw that. Yeah, if you get sludge, just oh, I got you. I just saw it. If you get sludge, call it out.
Yeah.
My
Perhaps instead of hooting like a simian.
my statics black mage often sings the praise of Mana Ward.
It's really good, honestly.
Hit my mana spell. There we go.
One of you needs to. There we go. Cool.
Oh, you talking about
Yeah.
Thunder? Yeah, I was way ahead of you.
Yeah. Wrong button.
Yeah, the when you look under the health and CDM, the buffs, the ones that you applied always go first, and also they have a green number on the countdown.
I'm sludged.
I got you.
Oh, there's quicksand. I guess it's every third now instead of every second.
Ooh.
It's also possible that you might have thought that they removed it because on level sync, it's still a trivial fight. Like when we're
I got
minimum
sludged,
item
yeah.
level.
Casting next round. Here we go. Regen. This is gonna stop.
This is a very healer active fight.
Yes, it is. I want it
As a
done.
white mage main, I sympathize. You don't even have your instinct cast.
I have swift cast.
No, what I mean is you don't have your like literal like instant
Ow.
cast time spell.
Now you should have had it.
That could have killed me if I'd have been in the range. Ah! Okay. Thank you.
Gotcha.
I appreciate it. I trust in you.
Got him.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was cool.
How are you liking it now that bosses have more mechanics and such?
Much better.
Right.
Yeah, it's.
I'll see. You're just setting yourself up for disappointment now because the next couple of dungeons in the actual MSQ aren't going to let you do any of this.
They're back to the lower level.
Well, at least I
dungeons.
got a taste of this.
Yeah, you're getting a taste of the good stuff now, but you're about to feel the pain of level sync when you get back to the main story quest.
To be fair, the next couple dungeons are better than the ones that we've been doing anyway. The long stop and the mana both actually have some interesting mechanics up
Oh, I love Manor.
I love
I
the
love
long.
the revived manner is great.
I don't like the very start of it because of the enemies there, but other than that, it's nice. They really should revise Mana Hard though, just because the final boss there, you can do so much damage that you trigger it to use its special attack early, and since it's just like it's an attack that takes the ads, drains their health, and the more health it drains, the more damage it does. But you can get it to immediately use that attack the moment the ads appear, and it will just wipe the party before you even blink.
Wow.
So you actually have to intentionally slow down.
Question.
Yep.
I can only have one of my thunder spells affecting an enemy at once, right?
Yes.
I can't thunder
Right.
and then thunder too.
Yeah, Thunder and Thunder 2 will overwrite each other.
Yeah, good
However,
eye.
you can put Thunder 1 on multiple enemies.
By
So,
just
like, if there are a
cycling
couple,
through them.
so if there are a couple enemies, you can put Thunder,
It's
and
like
that
my
would be more
arrow.
effective. And that would be more effective than doing Thunder 2 on the group.
I actually didn't notice the goal of it until he walked over, because just blending in with the wall. Yeah. I've got a greenish tunic on, and I'm doing spin attacks. I feel like Link.
Sure, there are plenty of paladin players that glamour themselves to look like Link.
Oh, there definitely are. I've seen a lot of them.
And Wallopel's are the best for that.
Toon Link.
Yep. Well, you could also glam yourself as Breath of the Wild Link, and then you could be, you know, a paladin or a druid or whatever else.
I think just from vibes alone, I feel like Blue Mage is the most Breath of the Wild Link.
Oh,
We're on Exodus, Chillmaker. Oh, by the way, James, we've got a bit of a tradition now where at the end of the dungeon, after we kill the boss, we all pose. So don't exit the dungeon until we do that.
We
Okay.
take a nice little picture.
oh, by the way, Law, you mentioned about Alphinaud being really short. Elezen don't get their growth spats until very late in puberty.
Ah.
Like, he's kind of due his growth spurt, but he's not quite there yet.
Oh, speaking of the devil, I think we're at the boss.
We are indeed.
Bones
Should we
and weapons.
should we explain the mechanics to Lore, or should we have
I mean,
him?
if you don't, he's certainly gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to play a practical joke, don't explain it. But if you actually want to like do the thing, explain it.
I mean, both of those are tempting prospects.
I'll leave it to you guys.
Let's explain it to me.
Right, if its eyes glow blue, it means it's going to have a circle near it, inside of it, it's going to do an ice attack which will freeze you, so you want to run away. If its eyes glow purple, it's going to do a donut-shaped attack, so you want to get close to it or you'll be paralyzed. And if its eyes focused on a single person, that single person needs to run like Billy in circles around the arena because an orb will start chasing them.
Generally, they want to draw the orb away from the others because eventually the orb stops and then explodes shortly after stopping.
Gotcha.
The chat window will have a message letting you know the eyes, so you don't actually have to watch the monster.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it will.
you in fact don't watch the monster, watch the chat.
Yeah, and it will have it. It will
Gotcha.
have it appear as in text in the middle of the screen as well.
Yep. So there are telegraphs. You just have to be
Cool.
paying attention and ready to move.
Okay.
Take a move.
Let's do this. Congrats on the
Alright.
achievement.
Like all the bones.
And weapons as well. Sybil's friends.
I love the boss fight music in this game. All the music in this game, basically, but First one should be soon.
Ram's voice, that's
Yeah.
iced it out.
Nice.
Dragon's voice, get in.
Yeah, you want to kind
I
of stay.
didn't
You want to
make it
stay
fast enough.
mid-distance by default in this fight, just because you'll have to be
Gotcha.
getting closer or farther away.
So when I get Thundercloud,
get in.
I get the...
Sorry, what were you asking
Yeah,
about?
sorry,
Thunder?
I was... when I get Thundercloud,
Yes.
and the little yellow border appears around my Thunder spell, I never do it fast enough. It disappears from around Thunder and goes to Thunder 2. And that's right when I try to click.
Ow.
I was not paying attention.
I
I was
was
looking
on
at
my
my
way
Thunder
back
spell.
in after taking the orb, but I'm gonna swift cast Medica and get us back up there.
I'm trying to process what you were saying. They should have the little glowing border.
Target on me
Questions
again.
about class mechanics?
In.
Oh. That was badly timed. Ow. Good.
The Thundercloud status should stay there until you use it. It lasts about 30 seconds.
Yeah, it lasts like 40 seconds.
Out.
Ram's eyes now turn blue.
Ow.
Also, don't
Alright,
feel
I'm
bad
getting
if you
fun.
trip up on this. It's, as you can see, it's very easy to just
Alright,
like.
ball's gonna be on you, Lore. Start
Do
running.
you want to? Yeah.
You want to run away from that until it stops moving. But you also need to make sure he's not going to hit. Go in.
There you go.
In.
He's not going to make it.
Too late.
It's fine. We can.
Yeah, I got you.
The bright side, you've been hit by it.
Where'd
so
the purple ball go?
it's exploded.
Oh, did it already explode?
On the bright
Yeah.
side, Law, you've been hit by the dragon attack so many times that you're immune to the paralysis.
Yeah, what's going on, Dad?
Out.
I got a regen on you. Oh, shit.
That
Oh,
hurt.
shit.
Out.
I have a dot on me? I do. I didn't realize I put dots. I got you. Coming.
In.
In.
That hit me.
Just a touch slow.
I got you.
I'm gonna focus on a single target that does not tell me which
it's
target
Dad.
it is.
Go for Dad.
There's a when it's a single target, it has like a crosshair on someone.
Yeah, he puts a marker
Blue,
over.
out.
Out.
Get him. Yeah.
Got him.
There you go, misery guts.
What does the Kyre's Claymore look like?
Cybold's gonna be
That's
pleased.
pretty cool. It's a Dark Knight sword.
Yeah. Kind of toothy hilt.
A lot of gear for me drops in here.
Yeah, I want the.
Wow, but the
The
paladin.
one-
I've just got these, the paladin trousers.
Hey, finally got trousers for a paladin.
They're the ugliest things. They do not look very paladin at all.
Hey Danny, get over here so we can take a good picture or something.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% familiar how the posing thing works, so.
I'm not either, but Danny is the thing that makes us do our last done action
Yeah.
that he uses.
Yeah. Slash G
Oh.
first.
Uh,
G is in.
let's see
like-
what would look good.
Why don't we put me in the center?
Oh, can do.
Sure.
Alright, let me know when you've got it, Danny.
Will do.
I will also take one for fun.
I may have the most colourful one yet, actually. How is this one? It's just uploading now. There.
Alright, if I can load the co-op crew server. Looks good.
Nice.
So am I able to go back to Cybold and tell him?
I'm not sure.
You might be able to.
Might be how the
Sometimes
course works.
NPCs have text for when you've done their quest.
I will share that screenshot with the Twitch chat so they can see. There you go, y'all.
Cool, shall we?
Aye aye.
I also took one for fun that I shared.
Oh, nice. Danny crouched in the back.
Just after finishing my spin attack.
Why do you have a sparkler, Minda? Oh, that's Milena. Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to Ul'dah so I can talk to Cybold. Whoops. Ethernet, Sapphire Avenue Exchange.
You guys remember how Blizzard 2 used to be centered on the Black Mage casting it?
Oh yeah.
What?
Really?
Please tell me that's only 1.0.
No,
It was only a few patches ago that it got changed.
Yep.
Yeah,
Really?
I remember that.
That's-
I remember those days.
Wow.
That's so
Yeah,
stupid.
Blizzard 2 was the most useless thing.
It used to give a bind status, so that the idea was that you'd use it if enemies got close to you, as an escape method.
To give the tank chance to grab aggro.
Ah, gotcha.
But
I
in
guess that makes sense.
practicality,
All right, Cybold. Times change, but more quickly. I would speak most untruly if I said I recognized much of Eorzea these days. Here I am now, an old soldier. I've missed my death and must find another way out. Well, that's morbid.
I don't know if I'd want to say, oh, I went and I killed the Chimera to him after he said that. I'd be like, oh.
Friends have been avenged. So, raise your son with pride.
Oh, that bumped me up 2 levels. Wow. Oh, I can do the next Black Mage quest at 40.
Oh,
Hey, and you're right around the corner.
might as well make a pit stop if you want to.
need a sec for it to load. Ah, there we go. Lalai. Lore, I see in your eyes the look of a woman prepared to take on the daunting responsibilities of the Black Mage. There are few who know of our existence, even among those versed in the ways of magic. You will not even find mention of us in all but the most esoteric of texts. Yet the secrets of our dark art lie encrypted here, within the forbidden library of this sacrarium. Master himself deciphered and read the texts some 100 years past. It is said the first of our kind were the favorite of Nalthal, and it was he who entrusted them with the duty of sealing the Void Gate. But as you well know, the power of black magic lies in its great potential for destruction. The slightest errancy in its use may give rise to the most tragic of disasters. Of the disappearance of the Black Mages from Eorzea, Master says only, we must not repeat the errors of the past. Lore, Master has made known to me what it is you must next do. Listen to his words now, with all your being. The land has drunk deep of the blood you spilled, and by this act 3 souls of 3 races to Thanalan have come. The fires of our order once burned black and full, yet long ago they were left to wane and very nearly die. These 3 souls are the keepers of the embers that remain, of all that we now are. In the hands of one who will usher our return, the gem of Shatoto, testimony of our creed, will shine with new light. And by that light the 3 keepers will be made your allies. An Amalja by the name of Kazag Cha awaits at Burgundy Falls in the east of Thanalan. Go to him. That is all. Dwell not on the fact that the Amalja are the sworn enemies of Ul'dah. It is not your place to question Master's will, for it is the will of Naldthal himself. I'll question all I like, thank you. I'm one of Ralger's boys, not Naldthal's. Or girls. Ralger's girls, sorry.
Boys, colloquial,
Go forth,
genderless,
Black Mage.
it's fine.
Colloquial genderless, yeah. Go forth, Black Mage, and see the Void Gate sealed. Alright. So that's over the High Bridge. To Drybone.
I wonder if it'll be raining there. Oh, not today, but it is foggy, so it's still not exactly dry. Welcome to Moist Marrow.
Oh, that's a fade over there with some big dudes. That's some big dudes. Huh. I'm going to steer clear of that, though it's probably too low level for me.
There are some boss fights. They can be quite challenging.
Yep.
Usually reward you with something like a minion or title.
Some of them have achievements as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how long we're going to go, Chillmaker. And I don't think I'll be reaching another dungeon by the time I finish. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to leave the party for this anyway.
Mana's later in the story than I realised, actually.
Yeah,
We have a bit of time.
a lot of steps.
Ooh, need the rangers here.
You need to level up, my man.
This is my alternate, the Marauder, which is still level appropriate for the story.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, my paladin is now level 40. 41
Gotcha.
even.
Kazakh Cha. I like the rainbow horns. Is that an Ixal? Welcome, Vieira, chosen of Kukuraka and bearer of the Gem of Shototo. By the gem's power do our paths cross once more. Oh, it's a goblin, an Ixal, and an Amalja. These are the three Lalai was talking about.
That's not a goblin.
Oh. At last the time spoken of in the prophecy has come, and yet I know nothing of she who would guide us. Come, tell me your name.
If it was a goblin, Teddy'd be getting excited.
Loreweaver.
kobold.
I am Kazakh Cha, a sorcerer of the Amalja, as were my forebears. I am the fourth of my line to walk this path, which brings me now to this land. As you well know, my kind bear the scorn of the old odds. It is for that reason that I must remain here, far from the city walls. Great power this one has, but enough is it? Kazakh Cha is terrifying to behold. 269th Order Mendicant Daza? Huh. Yes, but he is both wise and kind. Good, warm kind. These are my brethren in the black, Lord, and now they are yours as well. Before you stand the Ixal, Dozol Melik, and the 269th Order Mendicant of the Kobolds, Daza. You have fed the ethereal currents with the blood of fiends. That the gem of Shototo radiates as it does in your presence is proof of your deeds, and a sign of what must yet be done. It falls to me to bear witness to your awakening, and to pass on to you the knowledge entrusted to me. Know that you must face death before your purpose can be fulfilled. It is to the Silent King in Western Thanalan that you must next journey. There too lies a plainer fisher, and there too must you slake the land's thirst with the blood of the fiends which surge forth from it. Fear not, each of us shall journey to the Silent King, and there convene you once more. Seek out first the Ixal, Dozol Melik, for your path is destined to first cross with his. When the deed before you is done, the gem of Shototo shall shine with new brilliance. Alright, so to Western Thanalan. Oh. Vesper Bay? Alright.
Alright, I already got the achievements, different ones.
So when do you unlock flying?
Once you complete the Realm Reborn 2.0 storyline.
Gotcha. Dozol Melik. To close, plainer fisher, strong black magic you need. You close, then come to Dozol Melik once more. Are you not going to help me in the fight? Okay. Ah, plainer fisher, you are going to help me in the fight because you're right here. Oh, is that an Ahriman? It is an Ahriman.
We need like a rainbow-colored one as a mount reward sometime, so we can have an arrowman of many colors.
Ha.
You know how White Mage gives you the unicorn mount like pretty early in?
Yeah.
I did not know that, but that's cool.
Yeah, I would really love it if in a future expansion they gave you like a mount for each job for capping it.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, closest we've got at this point is that for doing a certain amount of duties with tanks, you can get 2 mounts each for each tank.
Yep.
One is unarmored, and the other is the same but with armor.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm working on those, but my problem is, like, I switch between tanks so often, I only have, like, one of them, but I'm, like, 3/4 of the way to getting all 8 of them.
Yeah, I've got the Paladin one, the ones, the Dark Knight ones, and the Warrior ones. I just need to get the Gunbreaker ones.
And this is under achievements?
Nice.
Yes.
There's a mount for capping all level 80s that I use all the time.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Oh,
they
yeah.
redid the achievement system not long ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to getting the level 80 for everything. I got Warrior up to 58. That's the last one I need to do.
The level 90s reward is such a disappointment. You got a mount for all 80s, and for all 90s you get a silly feather hat that you can't even see through my hair.
Yeah.
Please tell me you can.
Does the Vieira get to wear it?
Please tell me Vieira and Hrothgar can wear the level 90 hat.
I do not know, but I've never tried it on one of them.
I would certainly hope so.
I will.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
they
you
designed
would
it
think.
after Vera and Hofgard made it into the game, so, like, one would hope.
I think most of the stuff that was added after Vieira and Hrothgar are wearable on the head, if I recall.
Yes, it does work for them. I've just checked.
Good.
I'll link it. This is what it looks like. It's really disappointing compared to a mount, but yeah, my ridiculous mullet on my main character just covers everything.
Alright, Dozel Melloc. Kazag Shah spoke true. Black is strong in lore. You go now. Go see Dazah. Try that on from its name.
Oh yeah, you can
Yeah,
right click and try it on, that's true.
Yeah, in the chat menu.
Oh, that's neat. Cool. Dazah. Here lies the planar fissure. Rift, tear, fissure. Use the power within you to seal it. You got it. Where be ye? There it is.
Hey Danny, you're kind of the final. Well, you and Minda are both Final Fantasy XIV knowers, so I have to ask you. I do not remember. Are kobolds voice acted before, like the Shadowbringers patches?
I do not believe they are.
So it really does come out of left field when one of them sounds like a Victorian era child.
Yeah.
Okay. God. I'm so happy, relieved, glad. I'm like, what?
I mean, to be fair, their verbal tick is to be a walking thesaurus.
Yeah.
Alright, Dazah. Oh, I gotta actually pour the blood into the fissure.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool mount.
It is as Kazak Cha foretold. You are chosen, Lore. You must return to him now. Yes, yes, return and tell Kazak Cha the deed is done. Ended, over, done. Ah, there you are. Let me on the rock. There we go. Okay. You have done well, Lore, as I knew you would. Come, it is time now to return to Burgundy Falls. Really? You couldn't have said, meet me at Burgundy Falls, Daza? Alright, back we go.
Yeah, the game
The camp dry
definitely
bone.
likes to have you stretch your legs.
Oh, my legs hurt so much. I walked for like 3 hours yesterday in Acadia National Park with my mother. And it was like 85 or 90 degrees out, and it was miserable.
Oh, yeah.
My legs
The humidity
still
was
hurt.
oppressive.
Oh, it's 90 degrees here right now and super humid too. I need to run my AC soon. Right, over the bridge. Oh, that's cool Fate music. Furble? What the hell is this little guy?
Into the snarbles you heard about earlier.
Nerble.
What?
You heard about snarbles earlier, and you found yourself laughing. They're related to them.
I figured, but holy shit, these guys are silly. Zoom in on its face? It's got a people face.
It's Gyarados.
That's creepy.
They're technically a type of elemental, but not like the Gridanian elementals, fortunately.
I was about to say, fuck them then.
Yeah, the Gridanian elementals are a very specific breed of elemental, but there's a lot of different creatures that count as elementals generally. It's both a taxonomy and a species inside of that taxonomy.
Loreweaver of the Black, you return to me victorious. The gem of Shototo burns bright. You are indeed the heiress to a dark and ancient power, as Kukuruka foretold. I am reminded of a prophecy my great-grandfather uttered long ago. When four magi meet in a barren land, black powers of eld woven by their hand shall see the fate of wickedness made stark, and the path to light shall be lit by dark. The black powers of eld require no explanation, and know that wickedness refers to the evil birthed by the void. That the seal holding the void gate shut will falter and fail is beyond doubt, yet your deeds speak of determination and ability, and in them I spy hope. I have learned all of you that I must. I bestow upon you the knowledge kept by my line. Here and now I speak an oath to discard old grudges. By our power combined, we, our Captain Eorzea, the void gate will be sealed anew. You have brought this old Amalja much happiness. Few believed the words of my great-grandfather. He was mocked and ridiculed, and worse, ignored. Yet your coming has fulfilled the prophecy he spoke. Lore, the dark magic coursing through you shares a deep bond with the void gate. Should that portal be cast open, you will come to great peril. Temper yourself in both mind and body. When you are ready, return to this land and seek me out once more. Then, and only then, will I speak to you of your next task. Freeze! Does ice damage with a potency of 120 to target and all enemies nearby it. Can only be executed while under the effect of umbral ice.
It's useful later. Right now, it's meh.
Eventually, it'll be your AoE version of Ice Spray. Yeah, the planet we're on is actually called Hydaelyn.
Hydaelyn,
Yeah,
got it.
The voice you've been hearing is referred to as the Will of the Star. Star being the term used in the game for planets.
Gotcha.
Whereas-
That's odd terminology.
They use very old-fashioned terminology in this game.
All right, I am in desperate need of some AC, and I think that's a good stopping point.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to go stable my chocobo.
I do like some of the linguistic uniqueness of this game, like how people say "welcome" as two separate words instead of saying "welcome."
Right.
Because like it's distinctive, but it doesn't feel forced a lot of the time.
Yeah, and mislike instead of dislike.
Out of use.
Any road does sound
return.
a little bit funny, though.
And
Yeah.
And anytime Urianger opens his mouth.
I love Urianger so much.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
the fact that like even the other people in universe think that he's weird is the funniest part because it means he's doing it on purpose.
Speaking of Urianger, do you know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh lore?
Not really.
You're
Well, the most exposure to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Hey, what are you talking about? I'm talking about how he shares a voice actor with a Yu-Gi-Oh character.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
What
going
are you
somewhere else
talking
with
about?
that.
Spoilers for?
Okay.
What? No, he shares a voice actor with Jaden Yuki in Japanese.
Oh, neat.
Um,
I don't know who that is.
The protagonist of the second Yu-Gi-Oh season.
of
Or
Yu-Gi-Oh!
series,
GX.
rather. Yeah.
Yeah, I occasionally see describe a Final Fantasy XIV character in the most roundabout way possible. So I just said he'd be exceptionally good at this game. That is just Urianger in a nutshell.
Yeah. All right, well, this has been a lot of fun, guys.
Yeah. Good day.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to actually do a dungeon with you, James.
Yes, thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on what level, at what point we can get each sort of optional dungeon.
Yeah, very helpful, Danny. Thank you.
Next won't be for a while though.
At this point, most of the dungeons are directly tied to MSQ.
We've still got Zamile and Aurum to go though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we won't be able to do Aurum until I think Lore ranks up in his Grand Company.
No,
Oh.
it may be. It is required to get a Grand Company higher, but it is not. The Grand Company is not how you unlock it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Neat. So that'll be useful for pacing out MSQ progression and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sorry to keep you so long, Lore. We should probably let you get to your air conditioning.
No, I like talking to you guys, and it's good to have you on. Thank you guys for playing with me all the time. Seriously,
Hey,
yeah.
that's
you guys have made this way more fun.
playing with you was one of the reasons I wanted you to play in the first place.
Well, that'll be it for now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow is going to be Arc the Lad Triumph of the Spirits as a patron pick. We'll be playing that for about 5 hours. And seeing how far we can get in the game. But for now, have a nice night, everybody.